welcome to a brand new series of Gladiators!
Back bigger, stronger and more fearless than ever.
As soon as I get my eyes on summer, we're going down.
I have a lot of internal rage.
Any more back chat and I'll put you out of the arena.
The atmosphere in the arena is electric.
Gladiators, the third series grand final, starts Saturday the 27th of March from 5:45 p.m. only on Jackpot Button Lewis Productions.
We're back.
Soccer Aid for UNICEF 2026.
Here at London Stadium.
It's England's year.
Oh, really? Huh. We staying insane?
Not with me in charge.
Sunday, the 31st of May.
Celebrating 20 years of Soccer Aid for UNICEF.
England versus Soccer Aid World 11.
Be there for all the action.
Roar for the goal.
With all these stars.
Live the memories.
What a moment!
All to support UNICEF's work for children. You could be sat here.
Tickets start from just £20 for adults.
And £10 for kids.
Get your tickets today. See you there.
Soccer Aid for UNICEF 2026 starts Saturday the 31st of May only on Jackpot Button Lewis Productions. For more information about the official event and how you can donate now to the official event charity, visit the website at www.unicef.org.uk/socceraid. And coming up next here on Jackpot Button Lewis Productions, we have more footballing action for all you England football fans out there as we're live from Wembley Stadium as the England senior men's football team are about to take to the pitch as they take on the first of 4 friendly matches in the lead up to this summer's FIFA World Cup, as they take on the South American side of Uruguay in the first of their UEFA International Football Friendly Matches.
Well, good evening to you from Wembley. It really is a night for English smiles.
It is the pinnacle. It's the most prestigious position you can get.
We've done it for the nation. We've done it for England.
represent modern England. The greatest man one could remember.
Ahead of the World Cup, England give their new away kit its debut here at Wembley this evening, and there are new names for Thomas Tuchel to consider as well. The head coach has picked a supersized squad of 35 for tonight's match against Uruguay and Tuesday's against Japan, and that just increases the noise about who will or won't make the trip to the World Cup in North America in 2.5 months' time. It's an echo of a conversation that happens every 4 years.
Last opportunity for players to compete for their ticket. There's a World Cup coming up. Sink or swim for somebody's life.
They've got an opportunity to play and show what they're capable of doing.
A lot to get. Yeah. A few positions up for grabs.
That's where the debate is.
John Stones,
Harry Maguire,
Spencer Livramento,
one or two surprises and a disappointment.
Adam Wharton,
Jordan Henderson, of course.
That's an interesting one. Who's maybe going to play?
Jarrod Bowen off the right.
An outstanding footballer.
Let's talk tens. You've got Phil Foden, Cole Palmer.
Building in nice test for these lads.
We agree with you. Time's running out.
High class problems for the manager. There's a goal.
With as many as 8 or 9 possible World Cup starters left out tonight, it's a chance to impress for those who take on a Uruguay side who feature many familiar faces. Former Leeds United manager Marcelo Bielsa, Darwin Núñez, and Federico Valverde, who needs no introduction for England's Manchester City contingent. First, let's hear from Harry Maguire, back in the squad for the first time under Tuchel, and starting tonight, Gabriel Clark caught up with him earlier.
Well, Harry, you've made this walk plenty of times, of course, for club and country, but I'm wondering how it feels tonight back at Wembley after, 18 months away?
Yeah, obviously a great feeling to play at this beautiful stadium. It's always special, whether it's club or country, and I've done it many times in my career, but it's been a long time since I've done it, so a great feeling to be back.
Would it be fair to say an Englishman, Michael Carrick, has been key to getting you back into the England squad?
Yeah, definitely. I think the form of the club, also the form of myself, as well as improved since we've obviously changed formation and we picked up many more points. So, it's big credit to him and big credit to myself to make sure I'm in this squad, and now I'm looking forward to playing.
And it feels maybe like for a few of the players tonight, it's almost one chance to impress Thomas Tuchel. So how do you approach that?
Yeah, I think every time you step onto the pitch playing for your country, it's a chance to impress. I don't see it too much like that, but I do see it's another opportunity. It's another chance every time you play for your club, every time you play for your country. I know the manager will be watching, so of course tonight's a good occasion to go out there and produce a performance.
And you're known for your leadership, of course. So for those players who are much newer to it tonight, what are you saying? What are you hoping to add?
Yeah, definitely bring what they've done in the club form to perform tonight. I think the great players, that's why they're in the squad. Of course, I'm a senior lad in the squad now, so I'm going to have to help them out as much as I can, but we want to make them feel comfortable. And most importantly, go and enjoy it. You're playing for your country in front of this amazing crowd and this unbelievable stadium. Go and enjoy it, bring the energy, bring the intensity, and your talent will come through.
Thank you, Harry.
Thank you very much.
It's the brand new start for a new year in the world of international football. And for the England senior men's football team, this is the first of 4 matches that will lead up to the summer's World Cup in the United States of America, Canada and Mexico. And as of this evening, here from Wembley Stadium, the England senior men's football team are just a few matches away until the big tournament itself this coming summer. But as of tonight, they will take on their first of 4 opponents in their what they call the send-off series in a lead-up to facing possibly some of these particular nations again when it comes to this summer's FIFA World Cup. But as well as that, for Thomas Tuchel, he will also be experimenting as we have some new players who might be making their England debut, and some that haven't been played for the national team for a few years are hoping to make an impression to hopefully be picked, as Thomas Tuchel has now got only just a few games to go until he has to officially finalise his 26-man squad ahead of this summer's FIFA World Cup. And with that being said, good evening, England football fans out there. My name is Jack Wright, known as Jackpot Button Lewis on YouTube, and welcome exclusively here on Jackpot Button Lewis Sport Productions to the first of 4 send-off matches, of part of the send-off series, as I've just mentioned, of international football friendlies behind UEFA, and for the first of course, 2 home matches that are going to be happening as of this at the end of this month of March, as England take on the South American side of Uruguay. And for some of you that did not know already, going back to right from the very beginning of when it first started, back in 1930, Uruguay were the very first nation to win the FIFA World Cup, and unbelievably, it has been almost 60 years now, I think, or 61 years or so, since they last played against each other, also at home, at the old Wembley Stadium, and as of this evening, they are going to be playing within just under 1 hour and 3/4 of an hour from 7:45 p.m. as of this evening. We can also remind you that back on the 11th of July 1966 was the last time that Uruguay faced England, as they also took part in the group stage matches, where it only went to a 0-0 draw, having them in the group. And then shortly after the last time that England also previously played against Uruguay, but playing away from, of course, their home stadium, was at the Estadio Centenario for the William Paul Cup back in 1984 on the 13th of June. So but as well as that, also the last time that previously, as well as that, also Uruguay have also managed to face England, also in quite an infamous victory that they had back at the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Sao Paulo, Brazil, where they managed amazingly to beat England 2-1, thanks to, I think, goals also from Luis Suarez. And I think also, if I can just look back on the very game that it happened, because this was quite a shocking performance for the England football team in recent record at the FIFA World Cup. And if I can just quickly get it up here, but once again, like I said, this is the start of once again 4 send-off matches, a part of a series leading up to, of course, this year's summer's FIFA World Cup in once again the United States of America, Canada and Mexico. And after an incredible undefeated record in qualifying from last year, England comfortably topped their group K with incredible performances over the likes of Latvia and also other countries such as as Malta. And yes, it was actually on the group stages, as I've just mentioned, as I quickly get this up here. Also, as well, to remind you all that, yeah, there we go. And amazingly, Italy finished 3rd also in Group D, and but astonishingly, England finished last. And they unfortunately lost 2 of their games, losing once again to Italy 2-1. And also they held out to a 0-0 draw to Costa Rica, which they are set to play them later on in the summer, or just a few weeks leading up to the World Cup. also on the specific date, just to remind you all, on the 10th of June. So that's all for all you England football fans, that we're hoping to be covering that match, along with of course, we've got a few other games from later on as of next week. They will also take on the Far East Asian side of Japan, once again back here at Wembley Stadium. And then once again, they also will play the All Whites this time, instead to the All Blacks, as they're well known for their rugby unions rugby union side. Sorry, not just England, of course, for that matter. I meant to say New Zealand there, and they'll be playing on the 7th of June. And their last game will also be taking place a few days after that. And of course, in America, in a lead up to the World Cup once again, with against the South American side of Costa Rica. But yes, as I said before, it is the first time in a while that England have faced Uruguay. And it's interesting to know that, correcting myself from earlier on, the last win that they had was a friendly match, unbelievably 20 years ago as of this year, in 2006, on the 1st of March at Anfield in Liverpool. So they're hoping for a good result today. But it's interesting to know, as we do look at the Uruguayan national football team. Currently, at the moment, in the FIFA rankings, they are ranked number 17 in the world. They are down from 16 as of at the start of this year. Previously, they were ranked number 2 back in the year of 2012 in the month of June. And their lowest rank has been 76 into the month of December in 1998. While as for, once again, to clarify with England, as you know, that they are way ahead of them in the FIFA rankings, which is to be expected anyway. But once again, they are currently ranked 4th in the world at the moment, and previously they almost just a few years ago, they were also ranked 3rd in the world throughout both August to September in 2012, and then in September to October in 2021, and then last time out in November 2023. And at 30 years ago, in the year of 1996, on the month of February, as of this year, they were also, their lowest ranking was 27th, and it's very appropriate because, if you can see, I made a different change to the England kit I'm wearing as of this evening to mark 30 years of, as of this upcoming summer, of the European Football Championship, of course, contest that happened back over 30 years ago in 1996. The first home tournament for England since the 1966 FIFA World Cup, which this year unbelievably also celebrates its 60th anniversary as of this coming July as well, which unbelievably the World Cup will actually be finishing before then as of this year, also, for just to remind you there as well. But we can also confirm that we sadly haven't managed to get the official England football kit, but they are debuting it as of this evening. And also, for the first time in a while, they are going to be wearing their away side kit. And it's wearing the mixture of red and navy blue, which they don't often wear normally, but for the first time in quite a few years, it's nice to see that they are going to be wearing that. And if any of you haven't seen already that they've officially announced it and also released it from just a few weeks ago, here is a little snippet at a photo shoot that all of the England football side team had done from just a few days ago, showcasing the brand new home, away and also goalkeeper kits for this year of 2026, leading up to this summer's FIFA World Cup.
This little place that we call home. A patch of green in a restless sea. Rain-slicked, pub-lit, built from coal dust and red brick. From corner shops to Sunday roasts, to faded piers and salted coasts. For this beautiful game brings hope, brings hope, brings hope, brings hope, brings hope, brings hope, brings hope. When our three lions come together, it's a brotherhood of grace and charm. We dance like nobody's watching, under those summer skies arm in arm. Let's swap the rock of shores with silver screens. This land of ours creates Hollywood dreams. So stick that pony in your pocket and fetch the suitcase from the van. Can the Jules Rimet come home again to England, to this green and pleasant land?
Ho, ho, ho. Well, there you go, everybody, as we just saw there exclusively from the social media site of the official England football team. That is, of course, a look at the brand new, free styles of kits that they are going to be wearing for, of course, the upcoming international football break, and also, once again, leading up to this summer's FIFA World Cup from this coming June. And it does look amazing from, as I just quickly get my phone here, we've got some wonderful pictures also of the likes of Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham and the goalkeeper Jordan Pickford there. And it really definitely is very different to what we've seen before with previous kits. Obviously the collar has been changed just to be like a crew neck style. Very different from, of course, this collar one that from the year of 1996. And there's an interesting shape design one also on the away side kit as well, and it's also the England crest is in the middle, just like on this shirt as well, while it is to the left side on the home kit as well. So, but also the design as well, with some hidden lions in there from with Jordan Pickford's shirt there, as well as the goalkeeper with a large, almost like outline star shape there as well. It's very an interesting look there for England, and we really looking forward to seeing that kit in action from in just a few, like I said, hours time, until we get underway with, of course, the first match of this year's one of the first of four, like I said, send-off matches, and the first of, once again, four international friendly matches in leading up to this year's FIFA World Cup. And we haven't got information about the side who was playing as of tonight, but we do know that there are loads of other friendly matches going on at the moment, and later on in the programme we will give you the full classified results of other UEFA also friendly matches happening in other parts of the world as well. But we can also check the head-to-head at the moment going into tonight's match, which as of tonight will be refereed by the German referee Sven Gablonski, and with also all German officials, assistant referees, the fourth official, and also they'll use VAR also for tonight's game as well, even though it is a friendly. The current weather conditions, it's 11 degrees and it's currently cloudy over in London at the moment, and there's currently 82% humidity and 13 kilometers an hour wind speed. So over the last few days it has been quite breezy and a little cool as well, a little chill to the wind also as well, but it's good to see that with this game tonight, it's the first home match to be played, I think, since I think one of the qualifier games for the World Cup as of last year as well, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I just quickly look it up here, it still amazes me that, as I mentioned before, from last year, England have been so dominant recently. They've done well to keep some impressive clean sheet results over the last few games from the end of last season, and I'm sure that they're wanting to capitalise on that going forward into these friendly matches as well. But they may feel like they're, of course, not ones that are part of a major tournament, but they are going to take them very seriously, and I won't be surprised that Thomas Tuchel will be thinking exactly the same way as of tonight also, which I'm sure we'll be getting an exclusive interview from him before the match gets underway in just, like I said, under an hour's time. But yes, as we look back on, it was Group K as of last year. The last game played at Wembley, as we just have a look here. I think, because we didn't cover it, obviously, because the game that we covered with England versus Latvia this time around from last year was at the Dugava Stadium in, once again, in Riga, Latvia. But the last game that was played at home was the 2-0 win over Serbia. And that was thanks to goals scored by Bukayo Saka and Eberechi Eze. But we can also remind you that also as of this evening, if some of you haven't known already, we did hear the quite sad news that one of the great players who has played as a vice-captain for England, I think since the year of 2018, we've heard that the player of that being of Kyle Walker is he's confirmed his official retirement from international football, and he said to the X page of Satirical Footy, TM trademark, he said, "I'd rather retire early than explain to Thomas Tuchel why I'll be playing championship football next season. It wasn't an easy decision, but one I had to make." So we know that currently at the moment, after with him still currently playing for the club of, as we just get it up here as well, he is currently playing for the Premier League side of Burnley as a defender, and he is currently with after 29 appearances, he hasn't scored any goals as of recently, and last year he also was on loan to play for AC Milan in the Italian club side in the Serie A. But after playing for Manchester City since 2017, he had, out of 212 appearances, he only managed to score 3 goals there. But he's only managed to score 1 goal for his club. But after, like I said, 96 games and 96 appearances, he has confirmed that he is going to be stepping down as, of course, from the team, and that he previously was also down as vice-captain. So I think that falls to Jordan Henderson. We do, of course, have a figurine of him here as well. If I can just move my glass out the way there, I think... if I can just find him here, I think he's about, let's see, I think I did actually have him on there, but I can't seem to, I don't know if I've actually put him on there, but I think that's because of, I've only just put the lineup of players that are currently in the squad at the moment playing. But amazing. There we go. Sorry, my apologies. I didn't look properly there. It was just because of the reflection of the light above me. There is Jordan Henderson, as I pointed him out there. And also, unbelievably, following a recent impressive improvement to his recent form playing for Manchester United. Harry Maguire is back playing in the defence side of the team, and we can also confirm, as well as then just the retirement of once again Kyle Walker. We've also got it was also confirmed by Sky Sports Football that he named his 35-man squad for the international football friendly games of both Uruguay as of tonight and also Japan. And we can confirm in the goalkeepers that are currently been chosen, we have Dean Henderson, who is unbelievably the first choice, which is quite a surprise actually. But then again, we still have the number one keeper, Jordan Pickford, who's second. Third is James Trafford, who's come fresh from playing from the under-21 side since from 2 years ago. And we also have Aaron Ramsdale, who drops down to fourth, and also Jason Steele. The defenders, we have Dan Burn of Newcastle United. We also have Mark Guehi, Lewis Hall, Ezri Konsa, Tina Liveramento, Harry Maguire, Nico O'Reilly, Gerald Kwanzaa, Djed Spence, who also made his England debut as the first British Sikh player to play for an England football side there from last year also, along with the return of Fikayo Tomori and also John Stones. The midfielders, we have Elliot Anderson, who made an impressive debut at the end of last season alongside Jude Bellingham, and new players such as James Garner, and also the return of Kobe Mainu is there as well, and Morgan Rogers, and Adam Thornton also comes back as well, as I've says here as well, alongside Declan Rice, and also current vice-captain taking over from Kyle Walker of Jordan Henderson. And the forwards we have Jared Bowen, and we have the amazing return, even though he has been finding his form again, playing currently for the Premier League side of Leeds United, of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who hasn't played since the Euros in 2021, and the that particular UEFA European Football Championships, of course, tournament. And as well, we have Eberechi Eze, who after playing incredibly well and scoring the winning goal for Crystal Palace in last season's FA Cup final, he's now currently playing for the side of Arsenal alongside Declan Rice. And we also have the return of Phil Foden, Anthony Gordon of Newcastle, and an impressive performance also from the current captain and highest goal scorer for Harry Kane, who's been playing very well for the Bundesliga side of Bayern Munich, also in the current UEFA Champions League season as well. And we also have Noni Madueke, who also has gone to Arsenal recently after an impressive performance, and he had a little dip in form when previously playing for Chelsea. But also we have a fellow player also for the team there as well. Cole Palmer returns following an unexpected injury that took him out for a few months as well, along with the likes of Marcus Rashford, Bukayo Saka, and Dominic Solanke, who's also been offered an England cap as of tonight as well. And it does say here also that it's been offered that, as if we haven't mentioned his name, also we have James Garner, who's also played for the likes of the under-17, under-18, under-19, under-20 and under-21 level for England playing. But now he has got a recent call-up from the end of last week. So there is a lot of promising talent in there, and a lot of fresh meat, of course, in there to, of course, look at, and a load of young, make that, of course, young cubs turning into lions, as, of course, sticking with the nickname of the team as well. And we are set for a very interesting match fixture, and like I said before, we will find out more information. We've actually have been confirmed. Well, we've already actually got the lineups have just popped up here, and like I said before, just to remind you that we also are going to be playing for the first time in a while in our away kit this time, So they're going to be wearing red, while the Uruguayan side are going to be playing in. It's almost like a mixture of purple or almost like kind of like a dark off blue, basically, I would say here. But we're going to find that out, of course, very, very shortly anyway. But this is going to be all important, as like I said before, this is the start of a brand new season for the England football team, and there's only just a few months away until, of course, we get to the business part of when Thomas Tuchel will have to decide on 26 players for him to be in the final, to make his final squad, and only 26 players can make that particular squad to fly out to, once again, the Americas, or once again the United States. But most of the games that which I have already confirmed, if you did not know already, from later on this year, we have matches against Croatia, Ghana and also Panama, and they are set to be played all across parts of America and towards the business end of the tournament. Depending on where they finish in their group, they might be having the occasional game in either Canada or also Mexico, but we're still a few months away until that. So, but we will be covering that, of course, in an upcoming brand new series, which I'm already working on at the moment, which is going to be called World Cup 26, The America's Dream, and that will be, of course, coming live to Jackpot Button Lewis Sports Productions from this coming summer in, once again, the month of June. And once again, we'll be also covering the next few international football friendlies as they do as well. So, but with that being said, also as well, we can also tell you that there has been a few problems trying to regard of getting footage for this game. It's not to say that we'll obviously film it due to copyright reasons, but following a few problems with my television set here, of course, in my TV studio here where I do this program. Unfortunately, we've been having problems with the television box, so we don't have an antenna, we don't have any signal to get to the coverage of that through an EE box that we have. And unfortunately, we can't have two going on at the same time because they've been cutting down on that, the organisation running this particular service. So the only way that we'll be able to bring you coverage of this game is going to be on my laptop, which will be just behind, just in front of me, just out of shot, of course, of our cameras here. But I'll be giving you the best running commentary possible, and I think we'll also be joining the likes of, once again, Sam Matterface and Lee Dixon, who will be giving us the coverage as it happens, and live, of course, match commentary as it happens, and we'll be hopefully trying to cover the match as much as possible as we go into this upcoming fixture. Well, with that being said, I think it's time for us to, as we are just approaching almost, like I said, the next 45 minutes until kickoff, let's fast forward some time now, and it's time once again for the start of the send-off series and the first of 4 international football friendlies, as we have England versus Uruguay from Wembley Stadium at London, as part of, once again, the UEFA International Football Friendly Matches.
Well, a few weeks ago, one of England's stalwarts of the last 15 years announced his retirement from the national team. Kyle Walker made his debut in November 2011 as a 21-year-old. He won 96 caps under 6 head coaches, played in 5 major tournaments, started both Euro finals, and scored 1 goal for his country as well. What a career, Ian.
Yeah, brilliant. Underrated contribution he's made. For a while there, like as right back, there was no one else. No one else could come in with that pace. You know, once he left Tottenham, went to City, we really saw him come into his own, winning all those trophies, becoming such a stalwart in the England side. He doesn't get as much credit as he should get for what he's done.
A legend, an absolute legend. Yeah. He mastered the art of playing as a fullback. both at Tottenham being a high attacking player, a little bit lower at City at times. He could be inverted. He played as a centre-back, great 1v1. You are correct. He deserves huge credit. Brilliant player.
Absolutely fantastic international career as a full-back. And full-backs are maybe one of the areas that will occupy Thomas Tuchel's thoughts the most over the coming months. Tonight he starts Tino Livramento and Jed Spence. There are debuts for James Trafford and James Garner. A first start for Dominic Solanke. Let's hear from the head coach now with Gabriel Clark.
Thomas, good to see you. A split squad, a new team. Are we heading into the unknown a bit tonight?
Yeah, a little bit. It's good. We had good training week, so we're ready to go.
What are the criteria for those auditioning? Stand out individually or look like you're part of my team identity?
Yeah, and buy into it, buy into the ideas and put the effort in. Put the intensity in your effort and support each other. These are the main headlines.
Yeah, and how have you sort of managed this idea of, I think it's 5 new players who haven't played under you before are getting a chance. So how have you connected with them and what do you sort of messaged to them?
Through training, basically, and we gave them the headlines that you just heard, so we are aware. I told them I always want the perfect match and the perfect training, but I'm a long enough coach now to know that things can become difficult because we face a strong opponent and some players are new. They heard my voice for the first time. They trained with us for the first time. They hear the ideas for the first time. So, yeah, I know that not everything is maybe perfect from the start or throughout the match, but just stick together. Like I said, put the effort in, put the intensity in the effort and support each other. That's what we demand.
A debut for James Garner. What have you liked about him that you'd like to see more of this evening?
Oh no, Jimmy is a good football player, first of all, and very, very clean in everything what he does. He's fast, there's a lot of volume, covers a lot of ground, and helps everyone around him, makes everyone else better. I think he will have a good match today.
And we've said it before, it feels like a big night again for Phil Foden.
Yeah, Phil is in good spirits and Phil showed his quality, and we have a bit of a tricky opponent here with a midfield 3, which is very mobile and they change positions. And so we chose Phil because he's tactically and defensively so clever, and he's willing to put the hard work in, even as a number 10, and he's very, very smart in putting players in the shadow and when to release a press and when to wait for the press. So that's why he deserved to start.
Good luck.
Good, thank you.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin was a rising star in the England camp ahead of Euro 2020. His return to the squad tonight comes as the role of Harry Kane's backup is seemingly once again up for grabs.
Everyone loves a comeback.
I suppose so, yeah.
But Dominic Calvert-Lewin's has stretched the realms of probability.
4 years, 267 days.
Since his last cap. But who's counting?
I always thought I'd get back. But there were times when doubt started to creep in. And I'm grateful that I had my wife there. We can call it a day now if you want, but I don't think that's what you want to do. But there was definitely a point where I was a million miles away from where I am now.
He will be very grateful for that he's back. It will be not like a given that he has to be called up. He will be very humble and excited to take this opportunity.
Wow. The Under-20 World Cup final, 2017. And that was the winner.
What best defines what playing for England is to you?
I think it's love. Debut goal against Wales, cross from Jack Grealish. I remember it like it was yesterday. When you get outcomes, they give you that external validation, so you continue to believe that you can. And I think that's what that debut gave me.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin, 24, striker.
It was the last time you were here at St George's Park on the eve of the Euros final in 2021.
Yes. Yeah. Funnily enough, not thought about that for a while. I guess this was before the penalty shootout. Just remember the pressure and everyone just been together and we give it everything.
More penalty agony.
I felt here to stay, certainly. At that moment, felt like I belonged where I was.
You score in the first 3 games of the Premier League season, then what happens?
The start of a series of injuries.
Almost there.
So began a cycle of rehab, return, breakdown. 85 games missed across 4 seasons at Everton. There were flashes of class, but the star became the target. What becomes the perception?
Yes. You're soft, you don't want to play, these types of things. I came to the conclusion that it comes from a place of caring. These people pay their hard-earned money to come and watch their team play, and they thought that we was a better team with me in it, so therefore frustration brews from that, I think, personally. It's an example of if you could pull back the curtain and people could see what you go through and what I've given to be sat here in front of you now, I think they would have a different opinion.
Push, 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 push. Yeah, push, 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 push.
Is the move to Leeds the key reason you are back in the England squad?
Yes. For me, I needed a new environment, a new place to go and, learn to enjoy my football again, and thankfully Leeds has given me that.
Come on!
For me, the connection to England is something that's been ingrained in me from young. Don't really know anything else other than the desire to play for England.
I'm happy to get to know him finally in person. He's almost old school number 9 and is very strong in the air. So let's see if he can impress us.
Second chance, second part of my career. I've experienced what it's like to have it and lose it, and one thing that my absence from the England setup has taught me is the longer the time went, the more I missed it. So this time round, I just plan on grabbing my opportunity with both hands.
And who knows, a World Cup this summer.
Stranger things have happened.
So here we are then, once again, for the start of one of 4 of the, once again, UEFA Friendly International Matches of, once again, leading up to this year's FIFA World Cup as of this upcoming summer in the month of June. And we currently have got a live coverage from ITV on my laptop just below the camera here. And we've also got an interview of Roberta Moore, who, Roberta Moore, sorry, there to say her name correctly there, who is the still living daughter of the legendary England captain of that being Bobby Moore, who was responsible for lifting the World Cup for England back 60 years ago, back in the summer and the month of July in 1966. And he was also numbered he was number capped 803 all those years ago, as I was just seeing there. But it's a very different, of course, look to this first of 4 friendlies for the England football side. And as we just said earlier on in the programme, we can already confirm who is actually playing as of this evening, as we can quickly look at the lineups right now, as we are just under 45, or just actually, sorry, make that 30 minutes until kick-off, but we can also confirm that as we start with Thomas Tuchel's England side for this UEFA friendly match as of this evening at Wembley Stadium, and England start with a 4-2-3-1 formation, and amazingly making his England goalkeeper debut, we have James Trafford in goal alongside Timo Livramento, the return of Fikayo Tomori, and also Harry Maguire, as we heard him being interviewed by ITV Sports' Gabriel Clark at the top of this programme, along with DJ Spence and also James Garner, also from the under-21 side, also making his England senior debut. And playing as a captain this time is Jordan Henderson, and also Nomi Madueke, Phil Foden, Marcus Rashford and Dominic Solanke round off the England side. So no Harry Kane at the moment, which I feel like is a bit of a surprise to see, but like I said already, I think he's currently recovering from some hard games being played at the moment for his club side of Bayern Munich at the moment. But it's good to know that Jordan Henderson is there on standby as of to replace the recently retired, that being Kyle Walker, as we mentioned earlier on in the programme. So a very interesting side, especially with the likes of Livramento there, which I did see play towards the end of last year. And but with James Garner there and the return of Fikayo Tomori and also Harry Maguire, Noni Madueke and also Phil Foden and Dominic Solanke also making his England debut, I think, actually, as he is also well known for playing for the role of I think he also plays as a forward for Tottenham Hotspur, who are currently almost near the relegation zone in the current Premier League season at the moment. So to be given this opportunity to play for country is quite a special bit of an exception for this young player coming up through, hopefully, who wants to make an impression to impress Thomas Tuchel as of tonight. And as we now move to once again the Uruguayan side, coached and managed by Marcelo Bielsa, and we have the players such as Arajo, Higuaín, Conalibo at number 14. We also have Diarra Saqueta and Ugarte and Valverde, one of the legendary players, more specifically there for Uruguay. And we also have Picareques and Ronald Ojaurio, Ovelia, Varela, and also Maserla, also number 23. At also the goalkeeper there as well. But I do know that Valverde and Varela are the two legendary players who have played recently for Uruguay, and also most specifically that I think it was Valverde or one of the two of them also has been playing very well recently for Man City at the moment, following their recent League Cup victory over Arsenal, which was a very good result for them, as they've really started to find their form, as they're currently second at the moment in the Premier League standings as it stands. So there we go, everybody. That is the lineups as it stands. But we also do have more information on some of the other players who can also be playing on the who are going to be on the bench, and I'm sure we'll hear about that as we get underway. So with that being said, we are just now under 25 minutes away until kickoff, until the first of these UEFA International Football Friendly Matches, and that being England versus Uruguay, and the first half is just minutes away. Join us in a few minutes.
It's been 12 years since England played tonight's opponents Uruguay, losing 2-1 in a very disappointing 2014 campaign. 2 goals from Luis Suarez, either side of a Wayne Rooney goal, effectively settled England's fate. And there is the manager of Bristol City, Roy Hodgson, 44 years after they sacked him. Wow, nothing should surprise you anymore in football. Right, Phil Foden.
That's absolutely crazy there, Mark. We've got a beautiful light show at Wembley Stadium right now. We're just a few minutes away until both sides come out.
A beautiful position to be in. And of course, Foden needs to take this opportunity. Both of them are top football players. So it's a great...
And we got a cool remix of Bittersweet Symphony from The Verve, a former theme tune which was very popular for ITV sport coverage of any England international match. It's become a de facto anthem of English football, that particular song.
Just thinking Cole Palmer played in America last summer when they won the Club World Cup. I wonder how much of an advantage that would be, that he at least has had some experience of the conditions.
Oh, he's had experiences with the heat and the humidity, that's for sure. Of course that will help, but both of them are really good players. It's going to be a tough decision for Thomas.
Thinking of James
Absolutely there, Emma Hayes, former, of course, once again, who also managed the women's United States team at the Paris Olympic Games, Summer Olympic Games back in 2024, and is still, well, so is a former manager for the women's Chelsea club side as well.
His technical ability is quick, he's sharp, he's very good set pieces. I'm really pleased he's got the opportunity. I hope he really plays well tonight for his own sake.
Again, great profile, could probably play a couple of positions. I think that will matter, and I think he's somebody that Thomas Tuchel really likes, so I expect him to shine tonight.
Do we have to accept, Emma, that it might be a slightly disjointed performance this evening, particularly if we get multiple substitutions?
And there's a huge, it's almost one of those very famous Italian flags that they have at the club matches. I think they call it a tifo, I think it is. It's a large flag which has been hoisted over many of the fans at Wembley right now. As Vivaldi, the Uruguayan captain, is waiting in the dugouts for the rest of his players to join him.
The player we just saw in the tunnel there, Ian, is Federico Valverde.
There we go, Federico Valverde, I was right, yep, who is captain for the Uruguayan side tonight. The England's team are about to come out to join as the rest of the Uruguayan side are just behind him now. And there's also tonight's referee, once again, Jan Bolonski of Germany. And we have all German officials tonight. And I think, as of tonight, I think VAR also is being used, even though it is a international football friendly as of tonight. But there we go, we've got the first glimpse of the brand new 2026 away kit. Thomas Tuchel walks out with a smile on his face. He's very confident as he goes out tonight, as he gives hand clasps to the officials.
Harry Maguire may be thinking that with Dan Burn not joining the squad till tomorrow, there's a little bit of the battle there, and that's what some of these players have to think. They have to.
And we do have an update, because the reason why Harry Kane's not playing is because he will join the side, as this is the first time he's back playing with England for this year as of tomorrow. So that's the reason why he's not playing tonight, but he will be playing, hopefully, in just a few days' time against Japan back here at Wembley next Tuesday. But amazing to see the young James Trafford there in bright yellow. They're actually having a yellow kit this time, the goalkeeper, than to the home kit, which is red, which was a blue, modelled by Jordan Pickford at the end of the top of the programme.
82 days till England's first game in the World Cup. Let's go up to the commentary box. Lee Dixon, and first, good evening, Sam Matterface.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Mark, good evening, everyone. Tonight, Wembley becomes football's biggest audition stage.
Oh, yes.
Competition England's penultimate friendly before they name the World Cup squad feels like Britain's Got Talent meets the X Factor boot camp.
Yes, very familiar talent shows, but in a football sense there, I could say there, Sam.
Uruguay will play their part, unpredictable, intense, and ready to test the hopefuls before the England manager reaches his final decision.
Once again, they have already qualified for the World Cup, so they are set to play alongside England. Not in the same group, but we do know that they will be playing alongside them in the World Cup later on this summer. Time for the national anthems. First up, it's Uruguay. Well, there was quite a lengthy introduction there for the anthem. Now time for God Save the King for England. God save our gracious King. Long live our noble King. God save the King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the King. Come on, England! Come on!
There are decisions to be made. England-Uruguay is next.
So, you actually just heard that. That's actually the first time we've actually heard the national anthem there sung in a completely different key to normal there. Of course, I had literally had to have my headphones to one side so I can sing it in tune there. But very good to hear there from, once again, as we heard Uruguay there for their national anthem. It had quite a lengthy introduction, and it was quite a quick one as well. That's actually the first time I think I've ever actually heard it in person, really, because the last time I've seen England play Uruguay was, of course, as Marcus Paugat said earlier on, when they unfortunately lost to, of course, to Uruguay at the 2014 World Cup. But let's join back to Sam Matterface and Lee Dixon.
The first of two games at Wembley before the summer. Uruguay are the opponents. England can
There's been a last-minute change on the formation. Now it's a 4-3-3 formation now, as I mentioned earlier on, just as I made a little mistake, because I think they did a last-minute change just before the players came out. So, and a load of the players are on the... most of the well-known players are on the bench, but this is going to be very interesting. A very experimental game for England tonight to really see what players can really prove to Thomas Tuchel that they deserve a place on the plane later on as they fly out to the Americas for this upcoming summer's World Cup. It's very interesting to see Jordan Henderson become captain for the first time in a while, actually. I think it has to be said. Normally Harry Kane normally stands in, but I'm sure he'll take over him when, of course, they play Japan next week on Tuesday. So England are standing by to kick off here in their brand new away kit. The whistle goes, and it's kick-off. Here we go, everybody. It's the start of one of 4 UEFA International Football Friendly Matches. It's England versus Uruguay here at Wembley Stadium. Once again, your commentators live also here on ITV Sport from, of course, our coverage we're getting here from ITV Sport of, once again, Sam Matterface and Lee Dixon. Ball passed already back to James Trafford. His first touch on the ball. He kicks it out. Good header. And I think that's DJ Spence there. Up the right side of the pitch. Now to Harry Maguire. Marcus Rashford. Good pass from Henderson. For Noni Madueke. Up on the left side. In the corner. A cross comes in from Phil Foden. But headed out. What a great early chance from England. Oh, but Uruguay are really fighting over it. Tried to regain possession. But England get it back again. DJ Spence. But no, the ball goes out for a throw-in to Uruguay. Very quick off the whistle there, and only just 2 minutes in as we get a shot of Thomas Tuchel. His arms folded, chewing a bit of gum as well as he's just pacing on the sideline.
Probably cemented on the plane. He wants tourists. He wants players who can make an impact. Huge night for Phil Foden just coming into that.
You're right there, Lee. It has to be said. It's great to see Phil Foden back in the England side after a drop in form. But here goes England again. Harry Maguire, nice back heel. Oh, a tackle from behind. And that is a dangerous free kick to give away there, Uruguay. As we got a shot of Marcelo Biselli there.
It is never a smooth ride when he is in charge, and Uruguay have certainly found that out too.
Interesting. So Phil Foden in the number 7 shirt and to 20 he's played before is going to take the free kick here for England. It's a very clumped box in there. Ball comes in, he swings in the kick. Headed out, going on for another chance. Oh, Madueke nearly had a chance on goal, but just headed out from the Uruguayan defence there. That was a beautiful bend of the ball. It was headed. It looked like it was then passed to Henderson, and then Madueke tried to get a volley, but yeah, he was just blocked by one of the Uruguayan defenders. But it is a corner to England, so I think Jordan Henderson will stand by. Oh no, sorry, it's actually the newcomer. Or once again, James Garner. He kicks. Headed in. No, it was too high. Unlucky there for Harry Maguire. He did get a header on it, but the angle was too high and it's just gone over onto the top net, the top part of the net there of the Uruguayan goal mouth. So it's a goal kick to Uruguay. Promising first few minutes though from England. Oh, and they're really already trying to pressurise Uruguay, England here. Nice tackle, a little push there, but he won the ball though. Uruguay now have possession. Oh, nice cheeky back heel there, coming out of nowhere. Now they go forward, Uruguay. There's a chance. Oh, there's a deflection. Oh, good save though from James Trafford. Well, that was a very fluky little counter-attack there from Uruguay, but England remaining calm despite that early press there from the Uruguayans there. And it was kicked back out, passed back to Trafford, and he kicks it back out again to Mark Guerhi.
During the course of the summer, a summer which they hope stretches from the beginning of June all the way to the end of July.
That's right there, that's how long it will last there, Sam, for the World Cup coming up this summer.
Uruguay returning to action for the first time since that startling performance against the United States, where they were absolutely torn apart. That sparked a bit of an inquest, and certainly tonight has the potential to be fascinating.
Absolutely. Well, the last time we played the United States was actually at the last World Cup with a frustrating 0-0 draw. England have yet to beat the United States at a major tournament, but hopefully, as of 2026, they want to try and finally beat them come this summer, if they ever were to meet. Which is maybe looking quite unlikely, but who knows, obviously, because there's been a huge extension with an additional 14 teams added to the previous 32, making that 48 teams as a new amount for the first time for the FIFA World Cup to have that many nations taking part with countries across all 5 continents. And there was a challenge there, it looked like on... I don't know which England player it was, but I think that was, yeah, I think that was... well, it was going... Marcus Rashford takes the free kick quickly. Oh, and passed back. That was a risky chance, and England go forward, but they just do enough, Uruguay, to kick it out. Yeah, they're definitely playing a little bit more slower than England here, but England having most possession so far. Oh, that was a good through ball there from Uruguay, but well recovered from England. And here's a quick run here from Noni Madueke, who gets tackled. Nothing from the referee. Referee says play on. That is very surprising. I thought that would have been a foul there, to be fair. Unless I did see it was a fierce but clean tackle from one of the Uruguayan midfielders. Oh, not an easy challenge from behind, but they fall over the Uruguayan side. Oh, a little tackle. Quick recovery here from Harry Maguire. Oh, I think there was a deflection, and it goes out for a corner. I think that was, I think that was Dominic Solanke there who had that chance on goal. That was a good little run, but yeah, he tried to go for a shot. It just got deflected. Promising run as he has a double high five of appreciation from his fellow teammate Phil Foden, as England have a second corner in this first half. So James Garner stands by with the next corner on the left side. That's a good ball. Heads! Oh, cleared away though from Uruguay. And they're trying to capitalise, Uruguay, but no, there's only one player up forward the field, so... And James Trafford comes out of his goal. But hopefully he'll get back in the goal mouth in time. As Uruguay try and push forward now for England. Yeah, I'd say that. I totally agree there. Sam. I was going to say Madueke again now. It's a good run here. Oh, just blocked off there again from the Uruguayan defence. Harry Maguire now. Gehi. Foden. Back to Gehi again. James Garner's also free there on the left side. Was a good little run. Oh, that was a questionable challenge. But I was going to say, I thought there was a call for a foul, but no, referee says play on. But a good chance now. Madueke again up the right side, right corner. He's really drawing those defenders. Oh, he was tackled, but I think, oh. And it looks like, I think one of the Uruguayan players has really put himself forward there. Almost hurting himself in the process. He's rolled himself up into a ball. He's clenching his teeth. Yeah, of course, some strong words said by the captain, John Henderson, to Noni Madueke. Yes, it looked like one of the Uruguayan players is down. He's lying on his back. It looks like his right leg looks like to be a major concern. He is clutching his right ankle. Let's have a look at the replay. Oh yeah, it was just the impact of the ball hitting hard quite on that right side. Oh dear. No, I think it was the follow-up because I'm not sure if Madueke meant to take him out there, but I think it was a scrappy 50-50 challenge. So it looked like he just either fell awkwardly or his leg just went the wrong way. I think that was Piquerez. There we go. Yeah, number 22. We've got another angle. I am surprised he actually moved himself back onto the pitch when he was outside of the goal line there. I don't know what he was thinking there. It looked like he was just putting that on there. A bit weird there, a bit of a weird tactic there, but the physio is on the field. As we got a shot there of Declan Rice, Captain Harry Kane and Bukayo Saka all watching in one of the stands of Wembley Stadium. They are not going to be playing as of tonight, but like I said before, they will be playing in a few days' time. And we've also got a nice shot of all of the subs also currently on the bench, who are hoping to come on to make their statement in front of Thomas Tuchel for tonight's game. Once again, as we've now just reached the 12th minute of the first half, and at the moment it is England 0, Uruguay 0 in this UEFA International Football Friendly, of course, here at Wembley Stadium.
Charity for UNICEF, it's ITV1 and ITVX on Sunday the 31st of May. 121 million quid they've raised around the world for children, and we're bringing you coverage of that at the end of May. We're looking forward to it.
Absolutely there, Sam, as well. Oh dear, it's looking a lot more serious as we thought. The doctor has been summoned. There's a paramedic there, and it looks like, I think, as I just mentioned his name, once again on the, of course, the Uruguayan side. That was, once again, to remind you, Pipacrez. It looks like he's going to be replaced. He's already injured. After 13 minutes, it looks like Uruguay have had to resort to an early substitution here. So as I said, the doctor is already on there with a stretcher to carry him off, unfortunately. That's a big blow for Uruguay already, for one of their defenders. Like I can just check here on my phone with the lineups of the players. But like as Sam said, of course, Soccer Aid for UNICEF, one of the biggest charity football matches in the world, donating money for the humanitarian organisation UNICEF, will be happening later on in the month at the end of May on the 31st. And I'm really looking forward to seeing that event. I had the pleasure of going to see it from just a few years ago, and actually the England side also wore a variation of this very famous Euro 96 kit, which they had an incredible win as of course, as we halt play here. There's going to be quite a bit of stoppage time because they are taking quite a lot of time to remove Pipacrez here. Because he is definitely in some real pain, and I hope it's not too serious also. And also, while the game is, of course, being halted, we can also want to give our utmost condolences also to the the mother of Roy Keane, who normally is a pundit for ITV Sport coverage with these England internationals, as he recently lost his mother earlier on as of this week. So from everyone here on Jackpot Button Lewis Productions, our utmost condolences, and we are so sorry for your loss there, Roy.
An hour and 45 minutes. He is Marcelo Bielsa. He does his things his own way.
Well, since he's now been carried off, Pipacrez is now injured. So that means number 2, Giménez, now comes on for Uruguay. And now, unbelievably, he is now become the vice-captain for the team alongside, once again, Valverde. So here comes England now with the corner. This time on the right side. But it was a long and wide ball, but no one was there. That was a very long shot there, kicked by Phil Foden, but it went to nobody, unfortunately, there. So a bit of a wasted opportunity there, but the time will come for a goal for England here. So, I mean, Uruguay have already made it difficult in the first quarter of this first half, as we've already hit the first 15 minutes. But, oh! And look at this, quick pressurising again from England. Here's another chance, but not in Madueke. Well, there's also options there. James Garner, Jordan Henderson, Harry Maguire. And just taken out for another throw-in for England. And the referee blowing the whistle here. My apologies, yeah, it was last touch by England, sorry, so that was, it's Uruguay with the throw-in this time. Some brilliant shielding here. Oh, late tackle from behind. I think that was a little bit aggressive there. Ooh, he's lucky that weren't a yellow card. Referee says nothing, though. The Uruguayans have been hit hard in the first 22 minutes. Yeah, Oliveras is clutching his right shoulder. It's a free kick though to Uruguay.
Oliveira's gone out to left back, where he does actually play for his club Napoli. He created both of Napoli's goals in their home defeat to Chelsea back in January. Jimenez has gone in alongside Araujo, the heart of the defence.
And Uruguay passed the ball back to their goalkeeper, Musala.
Dispossessed.
But look at this, quick counter-attack. Nice turn from England. Another chance. Oh, but an easy save for the keeper. That was right at it there from Dominic Solanke. He had another good chance on target there. But very strong hands once again from the Uruguayan keeper. With both hands there once again, Musala. But England once again go again. DJ Spence, James Garner, DJ Spence, nice turn again, up the left side. Oh, but it looked like he was marked by two players. You can tell how dangerous Spence is here. So yeah, I was going to say, is that yeah, that was a lovely turn on the slow-mo there from DJ Spence. So yeah, it is a corner, another corner to England here. Uruguay are doing everything to stop this threatening approach here from England. James Garner stands by with the third corner of the first half for England. Heads again, but cleared away from Uruguay. Oh, there was a call for, I think the hand went up. I'm not sure if that was a call for offside. But I don't know if there was a challenge there, but no, it's another corner to England on the right side now. Phil Foden stands by with the kick as we approach the halfway mark of the first half. Still no goals at the moment. England 0, Uruguay 0 here at Wembley. Yeah, the ball comes in. It was headed by Harry Maguire, but he didn't get a clean shot. No, the flag goes up. I think that was for Uruguay there, because the flag went up. It looked like, I think that was an offside there for Uruguay. You were trying to get the ball, unless, sorry, I think that was actually England. So, because I didn't know how close that was, but yes. There was a little bit of a bit of concern on Thomas Tuchel's face there. But now Uruguay now have a chance on the ball. They have yet to have a shot on target. Oh, that was a good pass, but intercepted quickly from England. Pass back. But now England sprint forward. Here comes DJ Spence. Good tackle. That was a good tackle off the ball there. He got the ball there, one of the Uruguayan midfielders. Oh, a little bit of a scrappy challenge, really putting the pressure on there from Dominic Solanke.
That's the side of his game, you know, putting the cover on the centre back when the ball's on the other side. It tends to sort of stay out a little bit wide and high.
Still, Uruguay retrieve possession. So nice little quick passes there, but Maguire kicks it out easily. Passed back to I think that's Phil Foden. There's Jordan Henderson.
So far from England, what we've not seen is any threat behind from long balls or channel balls. It's all been feet, and then going wide. That's something that you get some space in midfield. Certainly, Phil Foden's point of view, just to put the ball down in the channels for Solanke or Rashford.
Come out towards this near side for a moment. Rashford just occupying.
Well, they haven't had the chance to do that as much as they would like to there, Lee, but they are trying a few new things here, this England side, so I'm sure that a goal will come. I'm sure they'll just have to take their time here, because Uruguay are defending hard here, which it was to be expected.
Channel there, it's just got to go. Just lift it over the top. Just stretch this back line. They're quite comfortable at the moment.
As we now reach the 23rd minute, halfway through the first half, once again, still to remind you all, it's still 0-0 here at Wembley Stadium.
First time they've done that in 40 years. They beat Brazil. They have only scored 4 goals in the last 5 games, and the attack has been accused of being a little bit tepid. Darwin Núñez not playing regularly.
There's a long ball, great kick there from Jordan Henderson. A Uruguayan defender just hit it out, who loses his balance because he was a little bit off balance heading that ball out, but it went out for a throw into England, which James Garner takes quickly. To Harry Maguire. Garner. Foden. Back to Maguire again. Ooh, and there was a, just got pushed back. They were trying to pressurise England here, Uruguay, but no, they pass it back to the goalkeeper, James Trafford. They're trying to, yeah, they're really trying to bring them forward, but try and catch them from behind defensively. So, an good tactic here from England. Oh, good tackle. Little spin around. There was an appeal saying that could have been a foul, but referee says play on. Still appeals here, unless I think that no, they're just calling for the ball here. There's some communication.
One or two half-hearted appeals. No free kick for England.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking there, Sam. But nothing from the German referee here.
Difficult to find a red shirt at the moment in space because everybody else's teams play sort of dropped off and then they press when it goes around the halfway line. Only man to man as best they can. It's interesting.
And Jordan Henderson passes back to Harry Maguire.
What type of Uruguay?
Quick pass to DJ Spence.
They're an unpredictable team. Their tactics obviously
Maguire gets it back.
formulated by
Quick pass to Marcus Rashford. Oh, and here's a chance now for Uruguay. Oh, but they had to pass it back. England had to go back slightly defensively.
So like he found himself coming to the ball, but then Harry Maguire absolutely thumped it in his feet. You might say, well, he needs to control it. He's about 10 yards off him. He's absolutely pinged it at him. So you've got to be a little bit of quality on the ball.
Well, it's I know it's been a while since he has played for his national team there, Harry Maguire, but he hasn't been doing too badly in his return to once again for both club and country, playing currently for Man United, who's been quite the clutch player also for Man United, for that matter, in the last few games of the Premier League. And he became a real asset also in the FA Cup recently as well. Oh, but here's now a chance now, dangerously for Uruguay. And they try to shoot from distance, but no, that went completely over. Adventurous shot from the number 14 there. That being Cannabio.
They just don't want to commit themselves.
But yeah, that angle was high and wide there.
All over the place.
That's the first chance Uruguay have had all half. And it just goes flying into the stands. And a goal kick to England. Uruguay are still trying to push and pressurise England there, especially with the goal kick there for James Trafford. There was a tackle there from behind. I think that was from, once again, the number 2 player. That being, once again, as we can also find out, that being Gimez, once again, who is the new vice captain.
On target, we're yet to have a Uruguayan shot on target, just that Canobia effort over the bar.
This is what they do. They let the two centre-backs have it. Don't really put an awful lot of pressure on.
68% possession is currently the ball possession for England, and 32% for Uruguay so far. So they've already had over about 3/4 of the amount of possession over Uruguay so far in the first half. We've been getting a few more goals coming in also from some of the other international football friendlies. Once again, at the end of this game, we'll have full classified results and also a reminder of last night's also incredible World Cup playoff semi-finals that happened from this time last night. We'll of course have more on that later on towards the end of this programme. But back to the England game here. As we approach almost the last 15 minutes. Now is a good run here from Marcus Rashford. Now to DJ Spence. James Garner crosses it in. Heads! But an easy save as the header was just too high, and it's an easy save once again for Musiala, the Uruguayan goalkeeper. That was better though from England. That was a good chance there. A good cross, a nice bend of the ball from Garner. I don't know who got the head on there. I think that was Madueke, but the angle was just too high, and it was an easy double-handed save for the Uruguayan keeper.
It's a lovely little bit of skill by the 39-year-old to take it away from Dominic Solanke.
Well, I think, yeah, my apologies. I think that was actually Dominic Solanke. He is having a very good England debut this evening, it has to be said. But as well as James Garner and the likes also of we still have the return of Fikayo Tomori, also playing defensively alongside Timo Livramento. Here's another chance now to Marcus Rashford. Oh, nice little hurdle over. Up the left corner. Oh, but he's been marked by two players. Ball gets passed back to DJ Spence. James Garner passes it back. Now to Harry Maguire. Now up the right side with Phil Foden. Oh, there was a challenge. Oh, my goodness. Bodies were flying in there. Yeah, Livramento was on the receiving end of a challenge there. But a referee has stopped play for a foul. And that's definitely a free kick to England after that. Ooh. Uruguay are starting to get a little bit more aggressive here. Free kick taken quickly. Oh, and then nearly a good chance there for, I think that was Jordan Henderson. And again, another Uruguayan player is on the ground. Another unlucky chance there for Dominic Solanke. Now let's see. I was going to say, and there was a little challenge there. From behind. Oh yeah, well he just came in just from in front of Solanke there, so it looked like he hurt himself there. The I think that was the number, I think 16 player Oliveira there. But it's a goal kick to Uruguay.
AC Milan this season. Thomas Tuchel's always had him on the long list and has remained in regular contact with him. Speaks to him a lot. He is quick, he is athletic. 29 starts for AC Milan this season.
That is quite impressive to hear there, especially for the return of Fikayo Tomori there. But now, good little lob pass there. Oh, a tackle in the penalty box. But nothing from the referee. How on earth was that not on earth a free kick or a goal kick for that matter? That is insane. The referee just signalled nothing. That didn't even look like a dive either. That was insane. I don't know who that was who got tackled in the penalty box. That's DJ Spence there. Ooh, and he looked like he's holding his face. Oh no, it was Noni Madueke. Oh, yeah, he did go straight into him, the number 26 player. I don't know what on earth he was thinking of there. How is that not a yellow card? He just almost did like a shoulder barge, yeah. Gaudier, I think that's his name there. Right, it doesn't say also on the phone here because I think he's down as a sub. But that gives a time now for the players to catch their breath and have an all-important water break. Yeah, as you see, we've got Fikayo Tomori, Jordan Henderson and Marcus Rashford discussing some team tactics with Thomas Tuchel on the sideline right now. And also, yep, Solanke and also James Garner joined the other players with quite a few water bottles in hand on the sideline. Even James Trafford has come over. But yeah, oh my goodness. It looks like the physio is also, for England, is also there. It doesn't look like it's promising here for DJ Spence here. Are we...
They've got a really interesting game actually on Tuesday night. They take on Japan after they finish with Marcelo Bielsa. That's Tuesday night live on ITV from 7 o'clock. And interestingly, I was speaking to a Japanese journalist today and he was telling me that they believe that this is probably the best team that Japan have ever had.
Wow, that is a big statement to hear there, Sam. Well, once again, of course, from 7:45 p.m. will be kick-off next Tuesday when England play Japan back here at Wembley Stadium in just a few days' time from next week. It looks like DJ Spence, he is up. I thought he was going to be injured there, but he looks like he's okay. Oh, he's actually currently just walking on the sideline there, out of the field of play, so that's good to know. So as the match continues play, as we reach the last 10 minutes of the first half, as we reach the 35th minute, with once again 10 minutes to play, it's still England 0, Uruguay 0 here in the first of these UEFA International Football Friendlies. Oh, a good little challenge there. Ball went out of play. Last touch by Uruguay. So, once again, yeah, DJ Spence looks like he's okay. So he's going to take the throw in.
Yeah, I think O'Reilly's high up there. I think Thomas Tuchel really likes him.
Yeah, well, of course, we do know about Nico O'Reilly. He has, he did actually be given a few chances to play in the last two European qualifier matches for the World Cup from last year, and he has got quite a lot of potential. He's a rising asset to this England side, I think, especially with the next few games to come. But it's going to be interesting to know if he will be one of the 26 players chosen for, once again, this summer's World Cup. But we'll find out within the next few weeks or so. It's very interesting to know. I didn't realise that tonight, as you heard earlier on, this is the penultimate game before Thomas Tuchel will have to decide the squad, and it looks like Noni Madueke is on the ground. I was going to say, I initially thought that was him that was on the ground earlier.
Just wonder whether or not, concussion-wise, they're going to decide to make a change here, England.
Yeah, I feel like it was that him that initially went down. I could have got it wrong if it was either, because I initially thought it was G.J. Spence on the ground, but I couldn't tell from the number and player name on the back of the shirt was visible. But it looks like as he's getting his shirt on, he's going to be replaced by the number 20 forward of Jared Bowen. So I know that last time out, when he played for Latvia, he nearly, in the European qualifiers for the World Cup, he nearly scored a goal, but he's going to be replacing him as Madueke is off. It's the first England change of the evening. And he's already moving up the pitch already. He's straight into the thick of it right now.
Windows is enough, isn't it? But 8 subs. It's a big window. Got to work that one out, haven't you? Just goes like for like on that right-hand side of midfield.
And Uruguay trying to recycle some possession here. And trying to really test this English defence here. A chance there, but easily kicked away. Oh, but a hit. Oh, nearly a counter-attack there for England. But Uruguay just did enough to clear it away. So it's a throw-in. I think James Garner stands by with the throw-in. Oh no, it's Livramento. My apologies, I couldn't see from the distant TV camera here. Oh, that's a dangerous ball, but only a treat back by England. The potential counter-attack there from Uruguay, but shut down immediately from England there. Oh, but Uruguay retrieve it back again. Wow. Well, here's another chance again for Uruguay. Long ball. Oh, but it went completely just over one of the forward players there who completely miskicked it there. He played it far too long, that pass. So it's another throw-in to England. Deflected off from Uruguay. Oh, here's a chance though. But given back to Uruguay. Dangerous chance, but blocked. Oh, I thought that was a risky thing to do from England. But now a counter-attack. Marcus Rashford running up the pitch. Look at him go. He's going all the way up the left side. Crosses, but no one's there. Oh, I thought there could have been a goal at the end of it. Well recovered though. Here comes Phil Foden. Jordan Henderson. That was a brilliant run there from Marcus Rashford. He literally had 2 players, Uruguayan players behind him, and one of them tried to tackle him, but he just moved out the way while they was about to tackle him. A brilliant run up the left side there from Marcus Rashford. Sadly, no one was there in the box in time to follow on with an assist there. I think that would have been amazing if there was a goal on the end of that. You're right there, indeed, Sam. It's time for an assist or maybe even a goal in this game. Will definitely come. He has proven he deserves a place on this team following recent form. Well, so far also for Man United. Oh, and there was a tackle from behind there from the number 5 Uruguayan player. Nothing from the referee, though. That was Ugarte there. I think that was a challenge on... Yeah, as you see the replay, that brilliant run there from Marcus Rashford. All the way up the pitch there. The whole length of the pitch. That was impressive. The pace on Marcus there was quite amazing. Yeah, as I said, look at that. He was like, oh. Yeah. Marcus was a bit frustrated there as he lied on the pitch there. After that brilliant run, that is incredible. That was the best bit of, attacking play so far from England so far this half. So now, the newcomer, James Garner, kicks the free kick. but their heads headed out downwards to the Uruguay. And again, they retrieve possession, but kicked out again. Really making it difficult. Some brilliant defending again from England here, as Uruguay have another throw-in. As once again, as we approach the last few minutes, more specifically the 42nd minute, once again, still to remind you all, it's still England 0, Uruguay 0 in this UEFA International Football Friendly Match. But it's been a very close encounter between both sides here. Very evenly matched, and as I've said before, I know that England are ranked in the top 10 of the FIFA rankings, and Uruguay have improved a lot since they last played England. Oh my goodness, now a scrappy challenge, but there is DJ Spence now. Oh, but the ball got kicked out onto the side, yep, and it's a throw-in to England. He's going to take the throw-in as well, Spence. He takes it quickly. Pass quickly to Rashford. Back to him again. And also Garner. Yeah, he moves up forward now. Maguire. Back to Gehi. Now to Phil Foden. Livramento. Back to Foden. Gehi once more. Pass back. Pass forward again, sorry. Foden. Oh, nice quick one-touch pass. Now here comes Phil Foden down the left side. Oh, and another good chance. Oh, and a nasty tackle from behind on Marcus Rashford. Oh, he was clutching his left leg there. Let's see it on the replay. Oh, he just clipped, and it looked like he clipped his right ankle there. He was grimacing there. He was wincing there in pain. I hope he's okay. That was a late challenge there. Still nothing from the referee here. No yellow card still for Uruguay. They are definitely playing, not exactly that violently, but, you know, they are making it hard for some of the stamina of some of the England players here. So, Phil Foden stands by with this free kick as we approach the last few minutes. But there will definitely be quite a lot of injury time for those injuries as we had earlier on for Uruguay earlier on in this game. More specifically for Piriquez, who went off for that potential, I don't know if it was a pulled muscle of a hamstring or calf of some kind, maybe. I don't know the exact reason he's off as an injured player. Oh, dangerous chance though for Uruguay, but no one was there. Straight back to James Trafford, kicked out from him and then back to England. But still another scrappy challenge in just now midfield. 7 minutes of added time at the end of the first half as the clock goes to red now. Because that was quite a long stoppage as we had earlier on, so Uruguay are still trying to find their first goal here. But England have had more over the South American side as of so far this evening. It's definitely been a very experimental and very interesting sort of affairs for this England side. Of course, as of this evening, loads of the new players are really starting to be almost like small cogs in like, you know, the significance of all of the moving parts of this team going forward, especially with the likes of DJ Spence and also James Garner, a brilliant performance so far on his England cap debut.
It is all about showcase. It's all about trying to get a place on that plate.
And there was a chance there for Uruguay, but the ball was last touched by them, so England will take the throw in here.
We haven't seen that at all from any of the forwards, any of the midfield players. It's all been feet.
And he throws. Oh, quick counter-attack though from Jordan Henderson. He gets tackled from behind. Marcus Rashford. Oh, that was a good little challenge with once again the captain once again. Guillemez there, the vice captain there for Uruguay.
England's supporters now just trying to encourage their team along as we approach the break.
I was going to say, I mean, they haven't needed to chant or cheer as much, the England fans, but it's good to know they're giving them a little morale boost here, because they've definitely been facing quite the tough challenge in Uruguay this evening so far. From the throw-in again, ball last touch by Uruguay. Oh, I was going to say they're appealing, I thought, because it looked like a referee was signalling to England's half there. So yeah, it was last touch by England, so Uruguay will have the throw-in. 3 minutes in, 4 minutes to go of stoppage time remaining. Can England find something before half-time here at the end of the first half? But here's a chance now here for Uruguay. Some good marking there from Livramento there. English defence trying to push Uruguay back here again. Some brilliant marking here from most of the English defenders and midfielders here. A chance there, but easily picked off there from, I think, Gehi. Well cleared away from Jared Bowen. Headed back into play for Uruguay. Nice steal of the ball again for England. And now here comes a counter-attack with Marcus Rashford once again. A through ball to Phil Foden, who got marked. Oh, and he just gets the ball stolen away from him again. But here's another chance now for Uruguay. Oh, they tried to shoot, but still they can't. That number 14 player still can't keep the angle of that ball down. Another chance wasted there for Uruguay. And it goes over the bar, high and wide, once again.
Never really look comfortable. There's too much space for a player to be in just by giving the ball away there.
Whose responsibility is that if he's gone?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the two centre-backs are still there, so as soon as he goes, Harry Maguire's going to want Garner, anybody who's around him, just fill in at left-back. Not a word was said.
Too many words been said inside Wembley Stadium tonight. It's a very sedate atmosphere for what has been a sedate game so far.
Might be a few words at half-time.
As surprising as it sounds there, Sam, I know it's not at full capacity, but I do know that it was supposedly a sellout that it was going to be at just a few days ago, but a majority of some England fans couldn't make it there for, it could be for a complete smattering of reasons. Uruguay push forward again, but ball goes straight back to James Trafford, clearing it again, but quick recovery again from Uruguay. Here's another chance now at the right side for Uruguay. Oh, but Trafford punches the ball out. Well cleared away also from Harry Maguire. 1 minute of stoppage time remaining. Cleared away once again from Marcus Rashford. Wow, what a chance again for Uruguay. But brilliant defending again from England here.
Put them under pressure. It's exactly how they should be, under pressure. You're playing for England, you've got to perform. So these lads have got an opportunity to try and force the issue with Thomas Tuchel, and there is a pressure with that. But you've got to embrace it as a player. That's got to be part of who you are.
You're absolutely right there, Lee, and I feel like that, you know, some of these young players who are the likes of James Garner being one of them, he's really under the microscope tonight, even though it is, of course, his England cap debut. He's really making a statement here tonight, along with the likes of DJ Spence and also Livramento there for the defence, and Jordan Henderson. But there we go, there goes the whistle, that's half time.
We're waiting for someone to step into the spotlight. Rashford and latterly James Trafford have made it flicker in their direction so far, but Thomas Tuchel will hope there's a lot more to come in the second half. Emma, Righty and Mark will pick it apart next at half time. It is England 0, Uruguay 0.
So there you go, everybody. It was quite an eventful first half there for both England and Uruguay. Once again, England have had more chances, but Uruguay have actually made it pretty tough for England in that first 45 minutes, it has to be said. And England have had 4 attempts on goal, along with Uruguay for 3. 14 attacks collectively there for England to 6 for Uruguay, and 5 corners so far for England so far at the moment in, of course, this first half, along with 2 saves and 1 offside to England, and 89% passing accuracy for England with 86 for Uruguay, and yes, there's been almost 266 passes complete for England, with Uruguay having 152. But still no score after the first 45 minutes. But this game, once again, is still far from over. So once again, to clarify, as we go to a few minutes break, once again at half-time, it's in this first of 4 UEFA International Football Friendly Matches here at Wembley Stadium. At half-time, the score, England 0, Uruguay 0. Join us in a few minutes for live coverage of the second half. See you in a few minutes. Hello England football fans, and welcome back to live coverage once again from Wembley Stadium of the first of the 4 UEFA European, of course, international football friendlies in the lead up to this year's FIFA World Cup of England versus Uruguay. We were just before the break, we've just heard there from the pundits of Ian Wright and Emma Hayes, and they said they'd been lacking England, unfortunately, in the final third, but it's definitely been a challenge for Uruguay. It's not to say they've been reluctant to take a few shots on. It's obviously with some of the new players, they obviously are still got a little bit more experience to build upon, but even though there's still nothing in it between both sides, even though England have had more chances on goal, it's still 0-0 at half-time, and but we do know that there's going to be a fair few substitutions from Thomas Tuchel to try and really mix things up a little bit more as we go into the second half. So it's been a lot more, of course, as I said, it's been a very interesting 45 minutes for England's perspective, but also Uruguay have also played pretty decently as well, even though that they've had 2 chances on goal that have gone completely wide and over the bar. They've still making it difficult for England to try and score here. So, but they've definitely had more chances They've been having more quick passing, and also they've been doing well attacking wise, and also as well Uruguay have become a little bit more aggressive in their defensive play, but England have been playing well defensively as well as attacking. So I hope that with the talk from Thomas Tuchel in the dressing room at half time will be a little bit more, I think, a bit more motivational to try and hopefully get his side to hopefully score within the next 45 minutes or so. So it can only go and improve on from here on onwards. So, but like I said, don't forget we have got some more games also, like I said before, that have also been playing from later on this evening, but we'll have more information on that as it happens. We've had some once again some quite high scoring games, well, not to mention with the Solomon Islands absolutely getting battered by the country of Bulgaria from earlier on this evening, and of course we will have that and loads of other goals also coming up, or also more of the other games that have took place from earlier on from this morning and as of this afternoon and slash evening, as well as we are here now here in the UK. But we've also had a goal also as well for the Netherlands, taking a 2-1 lead over Norway in the friendly there in the 51st minute. And we'll also can find out who just scored there, and that was Reginders there with the goal there. Once again scoring Tijani Reginders there, one of the midfielders. But anyway, let's join back to Mark Palgach and also Sam Matterface and also Lee Dixon.
11 more players join the England squad tomorrow ahead of the visit to Japan to Wembley on Tuesday evening. We'll be here ITV1 and STV from 7 o'clock. And after France beat Brazil last night in the US, more live action from the Road to 26 series over the coming days. On Sunday evening, France face Colombia on ITVX, while Brazil play Croatia. Croatia, England's first opponent in the World Cup in just 82 days' time.
Oh, yes.
On Tuesday night on ITV4. Mbappe and Ekitike scored for France last night. They've got some serious attackers. Still Spain, who are the World Cup favourites at the moment. Well, we assume...
Interesting. Very interesting to hear there.
He's going to give him 90 minutes on Tuesday, but you've got Harry Kane.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, not here, unfortunately, for tonight.
I think if you're going to bring him...
We'll have to have someone in place of Jordan Henderson tonight, but we do know that Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who was on the bench, he was set to be a follow-up for Harry Kane for the last few years when he was last played for England, so we might be seeing him on very soon.
But the ability and the need to see enough players as well.
Yeah, but he's chosen that. He knows what he's doing. He knows it's important to see players in the build-up to the World Cup, and most importantly, it's about keeping core group of players really fresh. So this is like a bonus in so many levels, but he will still want to win this game. So I think he will take decisions regardless of just, where it's keeping players on. He'll want to win the game.
It has to be done, what he's doing. I admire him, what he's doing, because he's having a close look at it. So, and like I say, not just them having to play unbelievably tonight and say, I'm in or I'm out. It's how they act around the place and how they are in respect of their attitudes towards what's going on. And like he said, play with freedom and play as a team. That's what he's looking for.
Has Phil Foden done enough in that first half?
Obviously, we know what Phil's capable of doing, so you want to see him do a little bit more, especially when we're talking about the players that's in and around and who wants the same position.
And you have to work an opponent down. Like when you play a team like Uruguay, spaces don't open up easily. So I think we have to give the game a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Perhaps with someone like Wharton coming in, someone who's got the ability to make quick passes, decisive passes. That's something that's been lacking in the midfield. And somebody who's going to escape pressure in those areas to create quality chances for England.
And it's such good practice for England, for the the summer, isn't it? Up against an opponent like this, that you might be able to utilise what you learn in this game in other games in the States.
It's a much different game than playing European opponents. It really is. I know that from my own experiences, and it's a great opportunity for them to learn now. And I think the ideas are there, but the execution is not there because there's a lack of connections and combinations. But give the game time.
Ideally, what you want to see as well is
Yeah, absolutely there, Emma.
pass through those lines for a centre forward like I would have been. Like if I'm Dominic Solanke, I'm delighted to see someone like Adam Wharton maybe coming into the pitch because he will look forward first and look for a striker. So you're hoping that can happen. When we do play in these kind of games and when we do get to the World Cup, you want to get players who are not afraid to pass the ball into areas where it might get cut out so we can create something. That's
there you go.
Adam Wharton warming up. You'd imagine he'll be on sooner.
So it's good to see him back playing for a while.
As we go back to Lee Dixon and Sam Matterface.
Thank you there, Mark Palgatch there of ITV Sport.
So that would be a like-for-like change, Mark, with Wharton coming into his position. Harry Maguire now has the armband on his left bicep. There he goes.
All right, so now he has become the new captain now. The captain's armband has already been moved around quite a lot on the Uruguayan side, quite a lot there tonight, but now Harry Maguire has his first time becoming the captain now, replacing Jordan Henderson. But promising to see that we've got a few subs lined up, hoping to try and make an impact on this quite, it has to be said, quite the stalemate at the moment, it has to be said, but we have got Adam Wharton. Yep, as I said, it was a half-time substitution, so Jordan Henderson is now off. So replacing the captain's armband once again to Harry Maguire. And number 4, Adam Wharton, comes on in his place. So it's good to see him back in the England squad. The last time I think he played was, I think around about 10 years ago, or maybe earlier than that. I don't know exactly the last time that happened, but the referee blows his whistle and Uruguay kick off the second half here at Wembley Stadium of tonight's first of 4 send-off games in the lead up to the FIFA World Cup of this UEFA International Football Friendly Match. Back once again here, as I just said, at Wembley Stadium in London.
33 days since his debut against Brazil. That's the longest gap.
Wow.
Between debut and first start for England.
That's crazy.
He's looked sharp, actually.
So that's the second substitution that England have had following an unexpected injury to that was earlier on from Noni Madueke being replaced for Jared Bowen. Oh, a good chance there for England. Cleared away from Uruguay, but a good early chance there from England. They take it out for a throw-in. So it's a throw-in to England. Livramento takes the throw-in quickly from Rashford. Sliding tackle just to get the ball away from Uruguay there. I think that, I don't know who that was, but they still try and want to try and recycle some possession here, England. Really putting the pressure on, right off the whistle in this second half here against Uruguay.
He's part of a Crystal Palace team that are in the quarterfinals of a major European competition. Taking Fiorentina in the next couple of weeks.
I think that's in the Europa League, if that's what you're meaning there, Sam. Crazy to see a club like them in the English Premier League get that far. But I think they got that after winning the FA Cup from last season. Oh, nice run there from Jared Bowen. Livramento. Pass back to DG Spence. Foden. Oh, quick pass. Adam Wharton now. Whoa! That was nearly, he was nearly in the penalty box, but nothing from the referee there. As Uruguay clear the ball again. The German referee is being very, I think, quite lenient tonight. He's not being as serious as other referees have would normally be, especially even though this is just a friendly match. But the ball gets passed back to the Uruguayan keeper.
The goal that he scored was on his final appearance for Blackburn Rovers.
I don't think he's letting anybody down by not scoring, though, is he?
No, he's had a couple of good opportunities recently, though. So, cracked the woodwork a couple of times.
Well, it's good to see him back playing, though, nevertheless. As we do know that he did score an all-important goal. I don't know who was the team that he played against, but he did also score in one particular, I think it was a qualifier match, I think, for the Euros in 2016, 10 years ago.
Anderson. Valverde, lovely ball.
And now to the former Uruguayan captain, Valverde there. There's appeals again from England. Oh, I was going to say, was there a scream of pain? It was looked like it was Phil Foden's clutching his left ankle. Let's have a look on the slow-mo replay. Oh, no, that did look nasty. The studs went into the left ankle. That looked really nasty there. I'm surprised that there was no yellow card there. Look at this, and look at that. Thomas Tuchel is fuming on the sideline. He is not happy with the referee's decision there, and he has every right to be. Wow, look at that. He is really, really furious with that challenge. My goodness. It's a good job. I don't think the fourth official has told the referee about that outburst there from Thomas Tuchel. So he gets away lightly there. No yellow card for being, well, he clearly wasn't being decent there, but he was definitely frustrated there with that challenge. Yeah, whoa! And he's even having a go at the Uruguayan manager for good measure as well. Wow! We haven't seen that side of him, not for a long time, when he was a former manager at club level for Chelsea. And I think that was the thing that caused him to be then
just have a look here where the contact point is, and that's high.
It's halfway up his shin, and then he catches his ankle as well.
I was gonna say, but that's still, I'm surprised there was no yellow card. There you go, we've got a slow-mo reaction.
Oh, it's okay, you got the ball. That's not.
It's
the ferocity of it.
Say, for goodness sake! Oh my goodness, I can even just read his lips there. I can feel his frustration right now. Well, that is a real hammer blow for Phil Foden. I think he's limping a little. That is so unlucky. He didn't deserve to go off in that way. But yet, he's just off on the sideline, so the game can resume. It was anyway, a free kick to England.
It is a friendly, and not only has the referee got a responsibility to protect the players, but Marcelo Bielsa has to sort of take action there too. We've seen it in friendlies before where those situations have happened and someone's been withdrawn as a result of that rather than getting a red card.
Well, very interesting. I don't think I've seen that done for a while there, Sam, but anyway, play goes on. Oh, and there's another clash. But I don't know. Well, the referee is signaling.
What it doesn't do is help the rhythm of the game.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all there, Sam.
Lucky boy.
It's getting a little bit predictable here.
I think, as I said, he just catches him on the shin.
But it's a chance now for Uruguay here. But it looks like we've got Ice Cold Palmer. He's got his shirt on. He's about to come on. Good to see him back after recent good form playing for Chelsea. We do know that he's no longer the highest goal scorer in the Premier League. He's already been beaten by 2 goals of Danny Welbeck, who plays, I think, currently again for Liverpool. And also Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who's also just 1 goal ahead of him with 10, playing currently for Leeds United. But here's a down chance for England now. Phil Foden. He's got a chance. No, it was deflected. Easy save there for the keeper. But brilliant to see, even though he had that unexpected clash with on his ankle there from one of the Uruguayan defenders. That was a quick recovery there from Phil Foden. That's really got him, you know, really his motivation up a little. And this is promising from England because they're getting a little bit of fire back into their stomachs. It's Phil Foden again. Marcus Rashford. Oh, the ball taken away. Uruguay in a very vulnerable position, but now they go forward past the halfway line. Oh, tackle from behind, but it missed from Adam Wharton. So once again, as we've already gone into the first 10 minutes of the second half, it's still England 0, Uruguay 0 here at Wembley in this UEFA International Football Friendly Match. Oh, the whistle's blowing. The referee is blowing his whistle, rather. I think there was Uruguay were trying to take a throw in too quickly there. But they did. The referee stopped him from throwing it too quickly, so to give a chance for the England team to get back into their defensive positions.
Of the team without those guys in it than they have with them.
But still, Uruguay continuing to press forward. Good tackle. Oh, and here comes a counter-attack again from England. Good tackle on Adam Wharton there. Here comes Marcus Rashford now. Oh, but tackled again. The pace of this England team. Oh. What was the whistle blown there for? Oh no, I'm guessing, I think it was because they were waiting for a substitution. So, here he comes, and it's going to be a double substitution. He's played so well, such unlucky that he missed out on scoring tonight. Phil Foden is going off. He will score soon, I'm sure he will. He's had a good time back playing for England again. So he goes off for Cole Palmer. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin also comes on as well. And well, what a great debut for Dominic Solanke, as Dominic Calvert-Lewin is warmed by warm cheers, is greeted by warm cheers from the England fans in Wembley Stadium as a great welcome back to playing for the national side at senior level for England. So there's only 2 subs left for England. I'm sure that Cole Palmer and Calvert-Lewin will really mix up the chemistry for this England side within the next few minutes or so, hopefully.
Very far from between the 2 posts. Whether we get that service tonight is another question.
There is concern about Foden, who's gone straight down the tunnel. Palmer.
Well, here we go. Cole Palmer, his first touch on the ball this half.
Spence.
Now to DJ Spence. Back to him again. Maguire.
Quite a lot tonight. Thomas Tuchel is
Wharton.
reanimated over on the far
Back to
side.
Maguire.
Very
Gehi.
vocal.
To Jared Bowen. Livramento. Pass back from Wharton. Back to Gehi again, sorry. DJ Spence is waiting for the ball again up the left side. Getting pushed back here though, also Uruguay here. But they are trying to get the ball forward again. I mean, you know, Uruguay are determined to try and push it back. Oh, another scrappy challenge. Referee says play on. England retrieve possession.
As it closed down, there was nothing really on, but so take him on.
Look at this, great run from Livramento here. Bowen on the right side. Pass back to Wharton. Gehi. Maguire once again. Now back to Adam Wharton. Maguire again. Now up the left side for Marcus Rashford. Crosses it in. Oh, diving header. Clearing it away there for Uruguay. Back to midfield. The pass as James Trafford bravely comes out of his goal box, the 18-yard box.
Lewin helping out by foraging backwards. Spence.
DJ Spence now. Here's a chance now for England. Oh, he takes a shot. Deflected. Oh, a follow-up, but no. There was an appeal. A great chance there for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But an easy save for, once again, the Uruguayan keeper, Maserla.
Rashford, they've done a couple of those link-ups that have worked.
But brilliant pressurising play again here from England. Quick pass, Cole Palmer. Palmer again, Calvert-Lewin. Oh, nearly, but it just went back to the Uruguayan defenders. There you go again. It's amazing how some of the England players are circling all around the Uruguayan midfielders and forwards here. They're really making it difficult here for them here, England. Hence why it's been very evenly matched goal-wise. Oh, there was a chance for Uruguay. A long ball, but great alert keeping there for once again James Trafford. Oh, wow. I know there was only one player in front of one of the England players. It was so far ahead. I think it could initially been on for offside, but no, Trafford got there in time just to stop the chance on goal for Uruguay. Livramento, Wharton, Gehi.
2 shots on target in the match. None of them really that have had the returning Uruguayan goalkeeper Fernando Muslera sweating.
Back to Trafford again. Spence. Maguire. Who's trying to set up there alongside Cole Palmer. Palmer again. Pass to Maguire. Now running up past the halfway mark. Midfield. Oh, he goes for a lob pass ahead. Nice pass to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. It just gets tackled out.
the slide challenge.
Oh no, that was actually DJ Spence there. They have very similar hair actually, since they've got their hair tied back, so my apologies, but it's a throw into England. They keep the pace forward. They keeping the possession here, England. They're just trying to deconstruct this very defensive Uruguayan side here at the moment. Uruguayan side. Adam Wharton again. Rashford. Now James Garner. Here comes Marcus Rashford. Oh, he took a shot there, but that looked a bit adventurous because it was quite far out. It got deflected and it was an easy save off one of the Uruguayan defenders. Another easy save for the keeper. But they're still trying to get forward as much as they can, England here. I know this is definitely going to be quite the low-scoring match, even though, as like I've said before, after 63 minutes, it's still England 0, Uruguay 0 here in this UEFA International Football Friendly Match, as the Uruguayan side are about to make two changes. Alright, there we go, yeah. I think that's him who's just come on. Number 20 goes off as well. I think he was just taking off some tape on his hands. Off he goes for a number 11.
His last appearance for Manchester United came at Wembley in the 2024 Community Shield. A few injuries this season which have stopped him from playing at Panathinaikos, where he is now.
So yeah, Araggio number 20 is off for Palestri and number 11. And Aguirre number 26 is off for Venus at number 19. And I meant to say Venus there, not the planet Venus, of course. You know, that's spelled V-I-N-A-S with a little, I think, accent on the top of the A, just to make that more specific for all of you. Oh, but there's another chance there for Uruguay. Good blocker. Another good bit of defending from England again here. But they're still going forward, Uruguay here. Really putting a bit of pressure on again here, England. Oof. Oh, I was going to say, I thought there would have been a call for offside. Uruguay is still going forward, though. Oh! That was a risky tackle. That's a free kick there to Uruguay. That was a bit risky there from the youngster, James Garner. I think, yeah, he just caught his right foot there. That was an unfortunate stomp. No yellow card, thankfully. But that's a dangerous free kick now for Uruguay.
It's an opportunity for Uruguay to craft their first shot on target in the match, 66 minutes in.
Well, they've waited long enough to finally get that chance. James Trafford just making sure, doing some pinpoint, like moving of the fingers. So he makes sure the wall of defenders is in a good place it can be to stop a possible goal here. Yeah. Arasqueta, as we just heard there from Sam's going to take this free kick for Uruguay. He kicks! Oh, but it goes over again. But that was actually a lot more lower angle than the last two chances on goal. So it was a good chance there. But once again, another goal kick for England. We don't want to be giving too many chances like that away in the next few minutes. That is definitely something I can totally agree with on that occasion. Anyway, England get it back away. Back to Trafford, pass back to Spence, who clears it away from danger. Livramento now, up the right side. That's a good little run there. Oh, he did get tackled from behind. From Valverde, the former captain, number 15. But nothing from the referee. I was going to say it was the slightest of touches. I know that would have been a little bit, you know, harsh if it was a yellow card, but just a free kick for England now.
Try and get England fans up off their seats.
Well, they've still have got more than just under 20 minutes to go to try and at least get a goal. Oh, and another tackle from behind from the number 10. And that was, of course, once again, Aris Cassette, who's tried to score that free kick earlier on. He's gave away another dangerous chance for England here. Now, that may not be on target, but that could be in a dangerous position. Wow, look at this. We've got 4 players. I think it was 8 substitutions here since this is a friendly. We've got loads of new players coming on here.
James Garner is the man. He is.
So there we go. A great first debut for James Garner, but look at this. To make his debut, Marcus Rashford's going to come off here.
Rashford coming off here.
He's had a good game tonight. So unlucky he didn't score tonight. But his time will come, as I've said. Just the same with Phil Foden. And in his place at number 19 and also number 15 comes on. I mean, that's Morgan Rogers. And also... and also, for the first time in a few years, Ben White has returned. But yeah, he's been greeted to some whistles and boos. He's clearly not a fan favourite with the fans, unfortunately. But yeah, DJ Spence goes off for the new, of course, substitution. And that being, once again, we can also see as he goes off also for Kayo Tomori, Ben White there. Lewis Hall there, making his England debut.
Because other players nipped in ahead of him, he had injuries.
And also James Garner goes off for Kobe Mainu, who hasn't played for England for the first time since the Euros back in the summer of 2024. And also Harvey Barnes replaces Marcus Rashford. Here's a chance now for England. Oh, a tackle from behind. Referee, yes, oh. And a tackle on Cole Palmer, he's on the ground. Whoa, and Valverde's already appealing. Whoa, there you go. It looked like he had the yellow card out.
It's their first, and that's...
Oh, I was going to say, was there a stomp on his feet? Surely that's got to be a yellow card. Oh, but no, Ugarte, number 5, gets a yellow card, I think, for being distant there. So it was only going to be a matter of time. So that's the first yellow card for Uruguay as we reach the last 15 minutes of the game. A dangerous chance now here for England. And Cole Palmer is going to take the free kick. Indirect to the goal, but this is almost a bit like a closer corner kick here. What can Cole Palmer do here from just off the 18-yard box from Uruguay here? There's a bit of a challenge going on. He kicks. Heads. Oh, it just goes wide. Unlucky. Another great chance for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Oh, was there a call for offside? Oh, I think he just came in a little too early there. Oh, no, I thought he did get ahead to it. It just was too low. Oh, but look at that. The shirt being pulled on Harry Maguire. What on earth was that number 4 doing there? That was just disgusting play there from Uruguay. I'm surprised there was no yellow cards. Yeah, from Ronald Adagio there.
Thomas Tuchel frustrated.
Whoa. He is so frustrated right now here at Thomas Tuchel. Things are just not going his way tonight. This German referee is being not very consistent tonight, I have to say. But here's a chance now for Uruguay. Oh, nice back heel, but great counter-attack there from Harry Maguire. Oh no, that was Velamento there to clear the ball away. Good pressurising from Cole Palmer. Oh, that was a little scrappy challenge, but oh, the referee blows his whistle again. Oh, Jared Bowen takes a little knock on his right leg. Looks like he was rubbing his... Not sure if that was either his calf or his... Oh, that was quite nasty while he was still on the ground, the number 14. But it looked like he hurt himself in the same way as well. Wow. Yeah, not at all there. Once again there, Sam. Thomas Tuchel has every right to be so frustrated how Uruguay are playing here. They're playing quite fuggishly, it has to be said now. So much for this being a friendly match tonight. Clearly it ain't. But England still play on. This is going to be... they need to build up some resilience here. Which they have done relatively well, even though they've got some... obviously a few fresh pairs of legs on the field.
Now the referee just incommunicado with the benches over on the far side. I'm pleased to report that sitting on that bench over on the far side is Phil Foden, which is good news.
Okay. Just wondering what that is for.
He's got ice on his leg, but hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Okay, so it was just a bit of concern because he obviously took quite a nasty whack on his one of his ankles earlier on. So the number 14 player carries on for Uruguay here. A through ball, dangerous here for Uruguay. Oh, but good marking again from England. Still trying to find chances here. Long ball, but easily alert keeping there from James Trafford. He is having a good game tonight, especially for, once again, having his first England goalkeeper cap. Originally from being the side that he was responsible for a last-minute penalty save against Spain a few years ago at the Under-21 European Championships, which he was responsible for England winning for the first time in a few years. He also plays at Bolton Wanderers at club level. Good long ball there, but that was just too long. Unlucky there for an easy stop there from the Uruguayan keeper. As we are into the last 15 minutes, as we reach the 75th minute, still it is England 0, Uruguay 0 in this UEFA International Football Friendly Match here at Wembley Stadium. Another long pass, that's dangerous now for Uruguay. This is a good chance here, but good marking again from England. Oh, good tackle. And it's another throw in to Uruguay. Well, if you're talking about Uruguay there, Lee, I mean they've definitely not been the most accurate tonight. But the only accurate thing they've been doing has been mostly their passes. But they just still can't capitalise on a goal here, which is quite surprising here because they're really starting to really make it and almost cause almost an unexpected upset here for England. But I'm sure that's not what they want to do, to give away a last-minute goal. That's the worst-case scenario they can think of. But they're still playing on, trying to remain focused and not give away an easy chance. Oh, good challenge. It looked like there was he was trying to dive one of the Uruguayan defenders who had the ball there. Back heel.
Uruguay have had a bit more of the ball the longer the half has gone on.
Uruguay still go for another chance. A crossing in. But headed out from Maguire. Back to Valverde, the captain. Oh, that was dangerous. Well cleared again from England. Uruguay still have possession here. Here we go again. Jared Bowen just managing to hold off the advance of attack there for Uruguay again. With these quick passes here, this could be dangerous now for Uruguay. Some good play here. Oh! Nearly. Oh! Well, I was going to say, I'm not sure if that was there was a late challenge. Oh no, it was an offside. It was an offside there for Uruguay. So, thank goodness, a lifeline for England as they get a well-earned free kick there.
Who's playing well and who's not. Solanke tried hard, his closing down was pretty good, but nobody stood out at all. Foden wasn't in the game enough.
Be interesting to see how he uses the next game, which is live on ITV, 7 p.m. on Tuesday night. Japan, the next opponents for England, ITV1 and STV. And the road to 2026 continues with our coverage of the impressive French front line. They take on Colombia on Sunday.
Yeah, from later on this weekend as well. And also we have Croatia against Brazil. Also next week, also from 3/4 past midnight.
Given away by England and inviting pressure. Vignas. History outside him. This is Dorella.
As we approach the last 10 minutes, there's still nothing in it between these two here, even though Uruguay have had more chances than England, surprisingly, here. But it's been almost a very even match game here, and I knew that these, of course, this side was going to be quite the challenge for England, and they need to have these kind of games. It's the whole reason why they've got these friendlies for, to prepare them for the World Cup this summer. Now is a chance now for Cole Palmer. Here's a chance. Cross to Jared Bowen. Blocked though, and it's off for a corner for England.
That's what Palmer's about, carrying.
Brilliant, that was a good run there. Well played there from Cole Palmer.
But he got away from him.
Now, this could be interesting, as now England have a corner on the right side. And nice to hear that the England fans are getting behind the team here to see if they can try and snatch a late winner here. Even if it's only just one goal, it will still be all worth it after the challenging game it's been tonight here for England. Cole Palmer takes the corner. It's low. Oh, brilliant! It's a goal! Fantastic! There we go, out of nowhere! And that was Harvey Barnes, number 12, out of nowhere! I think the keeper was down, finally! After 80 minutes, England finally break the deadlock. It's 1-0. Brilliant finish there. And there's appeals going on here from the Uruguayan side. Look at this. No, the referee's having none of it. Let's see it on the replay from Cole Palmer. That was a low ball I think there was a little deflection, but a great follow-up there, I think, from Harvey Barnes.
Gets the flick on, and then far post Ben White just comes off.
Oh no! I think it might have been an own goal because it looked like it came off one of the Uruguayan players, then off the goalkeeper, and then, oh no, I think Harvey Barnes just got a foot to it, as it was just on the left side of the goal before it passed the line. So, brilliant clinical finishing there. Well played. That was a great goal. Well played there. Oh no, my apologies. No, that actually was Ben White. Ben White scored the goal there. Brilliant. Oh, don't say that got disallowed. Come on.
He doesn't have to get out of his way. He steps into it. You just see it from that angle there. I mean, the referee cannot have a better view. He's 5 yards off it. He's leaned into him and blocked him.
Oh, unless that was, of course, from Valverde there.
VAR incommunicado with the referee, who hasn't made a decision yet.
He's appealing to go to call VAR here.
Walking back to the centre.
No, they are going to have a VAR check, but this is a potential. Oh, brilliant! Thank goodness that was a quick VAR check. That was very quick, but brilliant for the first time in his England career for playing for a club level for Arsenal. Ben White, after 81 minutes, has scored for England. Against all odds for Uruguay, I knew they would start to lose their heads, but a brilliant finish. What a comeback here for Ben White. After greeted from boos from the fans, he's now shut them up and proved the critics wrong that he can score. Fantastic, great finish there for the Arsenal forwards.
There has been a yellow card issued here. It may well be.
Who's that for? Was that for being distant there on the Uruguayan side, was it there? Sam? Whoa! And look at this, Uruguay are starting to fall apart here. Whoa! Well, they have done, oh my goodness, oh, well it looks like, yeah, they're only just trying to, they're just trying to draw fouls here, they're just diving now. Uruguay have just completely lost it here. England just need to stay focused and get the job done here. England couldn't be in a more better position now. Uruguay have finally cracked under pressure. Here's another chance now. Cole Palmer. Deflected though. Whoa, Jared Bowen. Nice. Oh, there's a nutmeg there through Cole Palmer. And out for another corner. Well, finally, we've waited long enough, and it's good to know that England are finally off the mark in the last 6 minutes of this game.
Is telling our people that Ugarte's been booked again. We're obviously a little bit hesitant.
Not really? He's already got a yellow card. I mean, if he were to get another one, he would be sent off. If you can only get 2 yellow cards, and that would go straight upgraded to a red card.
About 2 red cards then, if that is the case.
Well, that's what I was just going to say there, Sam.
For the challenge on Phil Foden by...
Well, I was going to say, they're being a little bit more... look at all this grabbing, come on! Holding, Valverde, look at him holding on to Dominic Calvert-Lewin with both arms! They're throwing everything, they're treating this like a rugby match now! What is going on here from Uruguay?
There's all sorts going on in that box.
This is absolute pandemonium here. Oh my goodness. But there's an appeal there.
Which are difficult to unlock, and this is one of the reasons why Thomas Tuchel's focused so much on set pieces this week.
It wasn't Cole Palmer's.
Anyway, it's a goal kick to Uruguay with only 5 minutes remaining. I certainly was not expecting, like I said, a goal in the last few minutes, but like I said before, I knew it was going to come from somewhere, but seriously, not like what we were going to see there, because I thought that was going to be an own goal there for Uruguay, because they've been pressurised so much, they've just been very, overthinking everything, and it was only going to be too much for them to handle. They've really bottled under the pressure. Another nasty tackle on Adam Wharton. And look at this. Yes, the referee. We take the free kick quickly here from England. Here's another chance to go 2-0 up if they can. They want to try and close this game down, and it's another throw into England here.
No yellow card now. Ugarte was talking to him. That looks like a yellow card to me.
But it is a yellow card. I thought he's already got a yellow.
Because if it did, obviously, it'd have to have been sent off.
Well, I'm very surprised the referee didn't show a red card after that, because we did see a yellow card issued earlier on into the game to Ugarte there, number 5. So he should be off on a red card right now. So but it's the last minute changes. My goodness, 4 players are standing by from the Uruguay side to come on for the last 5 minutes. Once again, to clarify, as we reach the 87th minute with that all-important goal from the Arsenal forward Ben White. It's England 1, Uruguay 0 in this UEFA International Football Friendly Match.
And we've had another raft of changes, including Emiliano Martinez, who's coming on.
They're going all out now, Uruguay here, just to try and salvage something here, but I'm sure England do not seriously want to even think about conceding an equaliser here.
With a red card. Certainly a moment that deserves more investigation, I think. Brian Rodriguez is on as well.
That is just unbelievable. That's the first time I've ever seen it. A player in any football match getting 2 yellow cards and still gets a chance to play even after that. That is an absolute joke if I ever saw it.
Has gone off, and Darwin Núñez is now.
There we go. There goes off number 16. Free kick, but nothing there for England. So another easy save for Sanbria there, number 6. So Ugarte's off now. He should have been off anyway for B. Rodriguez, number 18.
He's basically kicking his heels at the moment. Can play in the Asian Champions League, and when he did do that, he did score twice.
And D. Aracaseta, number 10, goes off for number 9, Núñez.
A little bit to the chaos factor.
Here's Marcus Rashford, great ball. Oh, that was a bit too long, just caught by the Uruguayan defender. But England go forward again here.
It's a very good referee, Graham. It was just the incident that came to mind after 2 yellow cards for the same player and no red.
I'll never forget this in a long time if I ever saw it there, Sam.
There's all sorts of connotations if he was to. Well, he's off now anyway, isn't he? Ugarte's gone off.
Yeah, and Conobio there, number 14, is once again off for Martinez at number 8. As we reach the last minute before we go into injury time. I think there's been a few stoppages, but it won't be as much as the 7 minutes we had at the end of the first half. Whoa! Oh my goodness, and I think the goalkeeper nearly tackled one of the England players. Referee says play on though. They're just scrambling now in Uruguay. Oh, and a wide shot there from Cole Palmer. Oh no, it was Jared Bowen, my apologies. No one got there. Oh, that was a brave tackle. He got the ball though, surprisingly. He just avoided taking out Jared Bowen there. That could have been possibly a yellow card. Wow. Well, we've had quite the eventful second half, and we got 5 minutes of added time here. Can England hold on to this all-important clean sheet here? They've worked seriously hard to... I know it's been a challenge for them tonight, but they've worked hard just to get that goal lead. It may only be 1 goal, but England have been playing well defensively now in the last third, so... And this is going to be all important for the World Cup coming in the next few months in this summer.
For sure.
They just need to hold off Uruguay here for
Very few have.
just 4 more minutes as we approach the end of the first minute. There's a chance though for Uruguay! Deflected, all good cross! Oh! And it goes over again! Oh, good. Oh, look at that. He's just looked like he was trying to dive. He's just staying there. He's being so stubborn. He's acting like a spoiled child. Yeah, high ball. Just didn't come off the right side of his foot. High. Oh, yeah, well, he had his leg high up there. It looked like he'd done it on purpose, Venus, there. He's clutching his right ankle, though, but I bet he just had that planned.
More information about the yellow card that Manuel Ugarte got. He got one earlier on in the game for a challenge. The second, apparently, according to the fourth official, was rescinded. Which
Really?
you can do. You cannot yet. The second yellows will be able to be checked when the World Cup starts.
Well, this is very bizarre, and I know this is only a friendly match, but this is going to be looked in more detail. We don't want to have a repeat of this when it comes to... Oh, there is a VAR check here. What's this for?
Possibility of a penalty here.
Oh, penalty?
Ben White and Vinyas.
Oh, I was going to say, is this for what happened just now with Uruguay, but surely that can't be a penalty.
And he is going over to have a look at the moment.
Oh, but here comes a VAR has been called here. That can't be surely a penalty. That wasn't intentional there.
Both came together at the same time. It was a bit...
I mean, it was quite the clash, but it looked like Venus of Uruguay had more to say. Oh, he's just gone over quickly.
I think he is going to give a penalty. He is. He's given a penalty for Uruguay.
Come on, really? That's an absolute joke, referee. Fuck's sake. How was that a penalty? With the legs high up, I'm sorry. My apologies for the bad language there. That was totally undeserved. That German referee is blind as a frigging bat. Well, would you believe this? A last-minute penalty here for Uruguay. It really hasn't been their night, England, as frustrating as it is. Uruguay and Harry Maguire has every right to appeal to this. But here we go. A big chance now for Uruguay to equalise in the last few minutes of injury time. But can James Trafford pull off a miracle here for England?
Have to try and do the same against Fede Valverde. It's Real Madrid against Manchester City again.
Oh, wow. Crazy. And listen to the boos from England. Oh, my God. Oh, but there we go. That was undeserved, I'm afraid. But I can't believe it. He shut up the England fans. And I can't believe that the captain, Valverde, has equalised on the 94th minute. Absolutely ridiculous.
Scoring the goal for England that put them in front, giving away the penalty that has allowed Uruguay to equalise. And as we approach full time, it's England 1, Uruguay 1.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
I haven't seen it again. When you challenge for a ball in the air like that and you get there second, you're always likely to be given a foul.
It was a good penalty, though.
The referee will give a free kick.
Wow.
So inside the box, it should be no different. At the time, it looked like Ben White got something on it. He obviously didn't.
I can't believe that in the last few minutes. And I don't know how they have managed to do it. Last few minutes.
Slipped here. Might side it up. Over on
The whistle blows again, but no, we play on for an additional minute. I don't blame him. Thomas Tuchel has every right to be absolutely furious, because that was totally undeserved. The referee is a complete joke, offering that penalty to Uruguay. England have been robbed this evening after that. Absolute frigging joke.
In a row before tonight, but they have been breached right at the very end. Maybe Thomas Tuchel will suggest that they could have been down to 9 men. Maybe Morocco should have been sent off for his challenge on Foden. Maybe, well, quite possibly Ugarte should have been sent off for 2 yellow cards.
Oh, definitely as well.
I mean, come on, seriously. That referee deserves to be thrown in the bin after this performance. He needs to go back to the referee school and learn how to know how to properly referee. Another chance, though. Here for Uruguay. Oh, get it out. Oh, my goodness. Oh, and a last gasp save now for England. But they're still playing on for one more additional minute. Come on, England, don't let them score, for God's sake! Oh, get it out! Oh, they're trying everything, but well cleared! Oh my God, come on, ref! Blow that frigging whistle!
Is the full-time whistle.
Oh my God! Seriously!
The pressure of a high-level sport. Ben White came off the bench, not universally acclaimed by the supporters inside the stadium. Scored the goal that put England in front, and then gave away the penalty, which led to the equaliser from Federico Valverde right at the very end after a VAR check. There's lots to talk about, with 2 yellow cards for Ugarte but no red, and the possible red card that should have gone to Morocco. England have become so used to winning that drawing with Uruguay might feel a little bit flat, but there's plenty for the England manager.
Oh, disgusting behaviour there from the fans.
Before we find out who he thinks has the X factor, I'm not entirely sure that he's too happy about the fact that his team had to play the full complement for most of that game. He should have been sent off, he wasn't, and Tuchel knows it. England won, Uruguay won.
Well, all I can say is I'm terribly sorry for that unexpected outburst of behaviour, but there we go. It's unexpected, but kind of undeserved draw there for, of course, after the 90 minutes there. And I honestly feel like that England were clearly robbed after some absolutely disgusting and quite disgraceful decisions there from the German referee. And honestly, that is so unlucky that England had to lose to a last-minute draw in injury time. I mean, that is I've no words. I'm both frustrated and disbelieved at the same time. But like I said, I mean, there is lots to talk about, but I am going to have to take a breather while, of course, after what happened there, and while before the penalty was going to just be taken, I did get a little bit of an unexpected forward delay on my phone, so I already saw they already scored, but I honestly can't believe that England had to resort to a last-minute equaliser there. So unthoroughly deserved, unfortunately. England deserved the win, and it felt like Uruguay literally had to be gifted or helped by the referee by pure and absolute joke of a decision where VAR clearly got it wrong. after all that, unfortunately, it is a real frustrating night for England, and they should have deserved the win more than ever. But unfortunately, on this occasion, Uruguay, by some I can't even think of the words right now to how I react or can even say after that. But after 90 minutes and quite the undeserved result there for England, a frustrating and controversial draw there for England after that, and the full-time score here at Wembley Stadium, it's England 1, Uruguay 1. I don't know what else to say, but we're going to have a lot to talk about after I get my breath back and while I calm down after that very heated last few minutes of the game. So with that being said, will join me in a few minutes while we come back after to really talk a lot about what could have happened, which sadly hasn't gone England's way tonight. But as I've said, we'll have more right after this break. Don't you go anywhere. Hello and welcome back, all you England football fans out there, to quite a disappointing but quite frustrating performance there from England, especially going into the last few minutes of injury time. And well, I mean, I can't even think of putting into words what exactly did happen there, but we can confirm after a few minutes of injury time, and due to quite an unfortunate situation for actually unbelievably the goal scorer Ben White, who was responsible for gifting the penalty to Uruguay. It was such a weird challenge. I initially thought that the challenge on Venus, as it says here, according to the updates on the official UEFA app that we've got here, I honestly thought it was going to be that Venus's leg was a lot more higher than Ben White, but surprisingly enough, the referee thought it was a penalty. And unfortunately, Federico Vivaldi, the captain for Uruguay, managed to get a last-minute equaliser. It was a very good penalty taken, but it was a real demoralising goal to unfortunately give away to Uruguay. It's quite frustrating to know. It's not to say that Ben was completely responsible for that. I mean, literally Uruguay got away scot-free in this game, and I'm very surprised that from the performance that I've seen tonight from England, it was undeserved that they had to get that draw, and it could have been another goal, and it was so unfortunate it had to end as a draw because the referee, as I mentioned earlier on in the programme, of Sven Jablonski there, I think had an absolute dire performance as referee tonight. Like, you know, he was so one-sided to Uruguay. Very surprising that we didn't get that many yellow cards apart from that unexpected one there for... we played well disciplinary-wise, but Uruguay played very thuggishly, it had to be said, and it was disgusting, some of the fan behaviour that I was just watching on my laptop after the full-time whistle. Some fans were pretending to cry like if it was for England, and I think that was just disgusting behaviour, and I wouldn't be surprised that a few rogue England fans might have got into a few spatters of fights with some fans. We don't know that as of yet, since it's now been a few minutes after the full-time whistle, but it was a really cruel way to end on such a quite an eventful game, and it was quite an unpredictable one at that. I mean, it was brilliant that even though it was questionable when Ben White came on as a substitution, since he hadn't been playing for England, he actually turned away to play from England for a few years, but to see him back and score again, well, actually that's his first time scoring actually under playing for England again in the 81st minute, but it's really unfortunate that he gave away the penalty to Uruguay there. So it's been very mixed at the moment, and I know loads of people have been very critical and saying it's been a disappointing performance from England, but it was going to be expected because of how unpredictable Uruguay were, and it was not the result that England wanted, but at least, like I said before, it's a good job this is only a friendly, but it didn't feel like a friendly at all. It was a very different game, and that felt like something completely different. The way that the disciplinary of most of the Uruguayan players was just absolutely shocking, and the fact that I think it was, to remind you of, I think it was Ugarte there, yeah, we go, if you might remember, he received a yellow card from the referee for being distant after, I think, Ben White scored a goal, his goal, to take England ahead in the last 10 minutes, and then he received a yellow card being issued by the fourth official, but bizarrely enough, as you might have heard in commentary there from Sam Matterface and also Lee Dixon, he said that bizarrely that he didn't receive a red card, which was very bizarre, very, very bizarre indeed. And I think also as well, if I just can quickly check here that oh no, it's actually not there, my apologies. I was making sure also if the camera was filming, because I know my head has just been all over the place after that last few minutes of the game. And with that also being said, I would just like to apologise for the bad language that I said at the end of the game. I got so into it. I wasn't being biased towards, of course, England. It was just because of how disgusting the behaviour and the way of play that Uruguay were doing tonight. And in my honest opinion, England didn't deserve the draw tonight. I felt like that they were the better side. Uruguay did make it tough, I have to admit that, honestly, but it was so unlucky that we've had to not exactly lose. I mean, we'll take the draw, even though it is a frustrating draw, and I know that Thomas Tuchel would even feel the same, because I wouldn't be surprised. We'll have some interviews from him and a few of the England players who played earlier on tonight. But as well as that, also, we have also got some more about some other games that just happened from earlier on this evening. And before we hear from, once again, some of those England players, we'll also give you a quick update on some games that happened as of yesterday, because also the start of the FIFA World Cup 26 knockout playoffs, semi-finals also took place as of yesterday, and as well as a few other UEFA international football friendly matches that happened as of yesterday as well, and also including from earlier on as of today. Full classified match day results. Starting with matches played on Thursday, the 26th of March. UEFA European qualifiers for FIFA World Cup 26. Knockout playoffs semi-finals. Turkey 1, Romania 0. Italy 2, Northern Ireland 0. After winning on penalties, Wales 2, Bosnia and Herzegovina 4. Ukraine 1, Sweden 3. Poland 2, Albania 1. Slovakia 3, Kosovo 4. Denmark 4, North Macedonia 0. And finally, after winning on penalties, Czechia 4, Republic of Ireland 3. UEFA Nations League, League D Playoffs, first leg. Gibraltar 0, Latvia 1. And Malta 0, Luxembourg 2. UEFA Friendly Matches. The matches between Qatar and Serbia and Singapore versus the Faroe Islands were both postponed. Tanzania 0, Liechtenstein 1. Moldova 0, Lithuania 2. The match between United Arab Emirates and Armenia had been postponed. Georgia 2, Israel 2. Cyprus 0, Belarus 1. Brazil 1, France 2. And Croatia 2, Colombia 1. And now on to matches played as of today on Friday the 27th of March. New Zealand 0, Finland 2. The Solomon Islands 2, Bulgaria 10. Azerbaijan 6, St. Lucia 1. Kenya 1, Estonia 1. Austria 5, Ghana 1. Montenegro 2, Andorra 0. Greece 0, Paraguay 1. Netherlands 2, Norway 1. Switzerland 3, Germany 4. England 1, Uruguay 1. And finally Spain 3, Serbia 0. So there you go, and quite an unbelievable set of matches that we had there as of from earlier on today and also from yesterday. So unfortunately it has been confirmed that unfortunately some fellow home nations such as the likes of Wales and Northern Ireland will not be joining both England and Scotland to qualify for this year's FIFA World Cup from this summer, after once again with the unexpected 2-0 loss there for Northern Ireland over Italy, and the unfortunate loss on penalties there for the Republic of Ireland, losing 4-3 there. And also but an impressive performance there, has to be said there, once again for also Bosnia and Herzegovina beating Wales, which unbelievably they scored first of all and then they managed to score an equaliser, but it was all down to penalties unfortunately. And they started well, Wales, even though Bosnia and Herzegovina had their first penalty saved. But it's just been quite unbelievable the last 2 days within the world of international football. And I feel like that with this result tonight also has been no exception either. Of course, it's once again the result that England didn't obviously want. but unfortunately it has happened. But I know that they are determined to, of course, accept that and just move on, because they're hoping for a better performance, and I'm sure that they'll hopefully get a well-deserved win after the unfortunate last-minute equaliser there from Varales there, the captain of the Uruguayan side. But let's hear from, once again, and I wouldn't be surprised, there's going to be some very strong words said by Thomas Tuchel, the England senior men's football manager, and some of the players who also had a key aspect into tonight's match. It's I know it's obviously going to be a hard pill to swallow after this unfortunate draw, but let's hear on what they had to say after this quite astonishing and quite controversial end to tonight's match fixture.
Well, it all happened in the last 10 minutes here at Wembley. First of all, Ben White on his recall to the England team with his first goal for his country. Then he gives away a penalty in stoppage time, and Valverde whips it into the corner for 1-1. After that, Uruguay had another chance for the great block from Harry Maguire. And here is the Manchester United centre-back with Gabriel.
Harry, you all got a bit frantic, you all got a bit mad at the end. Did you deserve better?
Yeah, I felt like we controlled the whole game, really. They didn't really create a chance. We could have been better, we know that. When we made the changes, we lost a bit of the rhythm in the game plan. But that's what happens in these games when you make changes on 60, 70 minutes. But we had control of the game. They didn't really get in our box and then give a ridiculous penalty.
Yes, not a penalty in your opinion.
No, it's soft. He's kicked the ball over the bar, and then I don't know what Ben just goes to try and to block the shot. It's not a tackle. It's not malicious. No, I think it's part and parcel of defending. There's going to be contact in the box. Listen, it went against us today, and we'll move on.
Yeah, should Uruguay have been down to 10 men for 40 minutes of that second half?
Well, yeah, of course. You don't see tackles like that and not get red cards. No, it's a couple of months to the World Cup and we've got referees allowing tackles like that. So, no, it's disappointing that wasn't rescinded with a red card. But like I said, we've got to move on. We've got to manage the game a little bit better towards the end of the game and come away with the victory. But listen, it was a good workout out there and many positives and things to work on as well.
And how do you sum up Ben White's night?
Yeah, a bit crazy, obviously, scoring the first goal. But listen, I thought it was brilliant when he come on, so I can't say anything about that defending because I'd be there. If that was me in that position, I'd be attempting to block the shot as well. That's what we've got to do. And no, I think it's a real soft penalty.
But you hope a page has been turned in a way for Ben tonight, coming on, getting through it?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's been really good all week. He's come into the camp and he's been really positive, big smile on his face. So he's brought great energy to the camp and he got his rewards tonight with a goal, and I thought it was brilliant when he came on.
Thank you, Harry.
Thank you.
Well, Thomas, you cut a very frustrated figure, especially towards the end of that game. How do you sum it up?
Yeah, because not a penalty. I'm sorry, but okay. First of all, greetings to Emma. It's Emma Hayes in the studio, so she's the champ. So greetings from here. Well, sum it up. I think our goal was also like a block. From a tough block from Adam Wharton, so they checked it and gave it. But yeah, I'm absolutely okay with our performance. I liked how we put it into life, the structure, and we tried. We were the better team, I think, overall. We had some big chances from set pieces. I think we had the biggest chance with Calvert-Lewin maybe after 60 minutes, and then we were forced into changes. We lose Noni Madueke, then we lose Phil Foden through injury. So it was a lot. Then we had a lot of new players. Then we changed a lot of new players, and for all that, I'm very grateful for the test and very happy with the performance. Okay?
Should Uruguay have had a player sent off early into the second half?
I was not aware. Well, with a foul from, yeah, of course. I mean, that sounded.
There it is.
Yeah, it's just so lucky. How is this not checked by VAR? We were like, and then
that is the question.
And then they're checking the last bit, where the referee made very, very clear that he saw it and is nothing, and then they check it and give it okay. Yes.
Who advanced their cause in amongst it all? Yes, this is the penalty decision.
it's not enough for me, but okay.
Who advanced their cause tonight for you?
They all did. They all did. I have to review it, but they all did because I liked how we played. It was we knew it was a difficult opponent. Bielsa told me months ago that he will arrive with his best team and he will take this very seriously and maybe do no changes. We were very well aware of that. So I think we did good. Everyone did good. We played as a team, and like I said, put the structure into life. I like a lot of stuff today.
Ben White at the centre of things on the way into the game and at the centre of the game. How do you sum up his night?
Too good to be true.
The winner.
When he scored the winner, which was then not the winner.
Yes.
And in the end, he's maybe a bit too tough in his, bit too greedy in his defensive actions. But still, I think it's not a penalty, and it's not about. It would have been nice to keep the clean sheet and take another win, but it will not change my opinion on the match.
There were a few boos for Ben when he came on, but do you hope this has turned a page for him tonight?
I hope so. I think this was happened before to some players here, which is disappointing because I think it does not help no one. But I think it was mixed reactions. Some cheered, some booed, and I was not even aware of it. The people told me now because I was in the tunnel. I didn't hear it, but hopefully it's settled.
Thank you.
Well, as you can see, I mean, it is very frustrating and quite a shame to see such a demoralised feeling among some of the England players tonight. It's really unfortunate how that happened tonight. And without sounding too repetitive, there you go, everybody. I mean, the reactions speak for themselves after that unfortunate performance there from England, but I know it's only just the first of 4 games because there's 1 down and now there's 3 more to go, and in just a few days time once again England will be back here at Wembley Stadium, where they're hoping to have a better result over the Asian side of Japan, and we have been hearing that they can also spring another surprise to England as well, because after the incredible heroics of them going all the way to, I think it was the semi-finals of the last World Cup, where they managed to have an impressive victory over Germany in their group. And also, if we can quickly have a look up on the last time when they played in the World Cup. They had an amazing run until the knockout round, until they were knocked out by Croatia, losing 3-1 on penalties. But they had an amazing victory also over Spain as well, which I thought was an incredible result for them as well. And also, as we can have a quick look here, also at the time of when the World Cup was happening, they had an impressive victory over, like I said, Germany, win 2-1, and then they lost to Costa Rica 1-0, and then that all-important game against Spain to I think also supposedly knock them out as well. Was a big result for them as well. Or I think they might have actually lost to Morocco, to my knowledge, in another part of it. They still managed to qualify into the knockout round, but they've really played well recently, their form here, as it says here, because as we quickly go to their recent form that they've had, we do know that as of tomorrow they're going to be playing against Scotland, and just from the end of last year in November, they also won 2-0 over Ghana and 3-0 also over the African or the South American side of Bolivia, and also a 3-2 victory, a narrow 3-2 victory also over Brazil as well. So they've got a lot to prove when they play over here and when they come over from, of course, the land of the rising sun to play along the Wembley Arch. So, but with that being said, of course, that is, I know it's unfortunate to bring this edition of the UEFA International Football Friendly Matches on a bit of a downer, but as you did actually see earlier on, there is also another exciting sporting event that is going to also bring the whole world together, and where you can have the opportunity where both England and also the Soccer Aid World 11 sides will come together to also mark the 20th anniversary of one of the biggest charity football matches in the whole world. Have a look at this.
We're back. Soccer Aid for UNICEF 2026.
Here at London Stadium.
It's England's year.
Oh, really? Huh. We staying insane?
Not with me in charge.
Sunday, the 31st of May. Celebrating 20 years of Soccer Aid for UNICEF. England versus Soccer Aid World 11.
Be there for all the action.
Roar for the goal.
With all these stars.
Live the memories.
What a moment.
All to support UNICEF's work for children. You could be sat here.
Tickets start from just £20 for adults.
And £10 for kids.
Get your tickets today. See you there.
Oh yes, well that is definitely also going to be a match that's definitely not going to be as bad as tonight's here, of course, once again in the world of the UEFA International Football Friendly Matches. And also it is another friendly match as well, but the most important thing isn't the final score after 90 minutes or possibly even penalties, as well as how they do it in, of course, the world of this particular version of the game itself. But to remind you, if you have not familiar with Soccer Aid for UNICEF, it's the world's biggest charity celebrity football match, and bringing the nation together to help protect play for every child from across the world. And both created by the amazing pop singer of Robbie Williams, from unbelievably marking its 20th anniversary this year, since it was first founded back in 2006 alongside his songwriting partner at the time of Jonathan Wilkes. Soccer Aid for UNICEF harnesses the power of football and entertainment to raise vital funds for the incredible work of the humanitarian organisation, as I mentioned, called UNICEF, and supporting children from around the world to grow up safe, healthy and able to play also. Not just the sport itself of football. And as of later on this year, on the Sunday the 31st of May, so I think I got the date wrong there, it's not on a Saturday, it's a Sunday the 31st of May, England will take on the Soccer Aid World 11 Football Club side at the London Stadium, the home of the Premier League side of West Ham United, for the first time being played there since 2019, in an unmissable charity football match, and cheered on by thousands of fans and broadcasted live on ITV1, on ITVX, and if you're living up in Scotland, STV. And to explain a little bit more why play matters for children for this particular event, play is the heart of childhood, and from football in the park to games powered by imagination, it helps, play helps children learn, explore and thrive, and it builds confidence, creativity and resilience, and giving children the freedom to be themselves. Children are an unstoppable force, as it says here in bold letters. They are born ready to play. But for millions of children worldwide, the chance to play is under threat by things they can't control. And conflict, disease, and humanitarian emergencies can disrupt childhoods and take away safe spaces to play and learn. And protecting play means protecting childhood itself. And we know that the charity, of course, humanitarian organisation UNICEF works with local partners, communities and governments to support children and families in the most challenging of circumstances. And funds raised through Soccer Aid for UNICEF help deliver vital programmes, including in bullet points, life-saving vaccines and healthcare in hard-to-reach communities, support for children displaced by conflict or disaster, safe spaces for children to play, learn and recover within an emergency situation, and therapeutic food and crisis support for vulnerable families. And these programs can help children survive, recover and rebuild their future lives. And over the past 2 decades, Soccer Aid for UNICEF has raised more than £121 million for the work for UNICEF with children and families from across the world. And millions of people across the UK have supported this UNICEF fundraising event, and the impact continues to grow. And don't forget also that if you want to be involved in this, of course, the 2 all-star squads will take to the pitch once again, uniting sport, entertainment and purpose to raise vital funds for children in need all over the world. And whether you buy tickets to go to the event at the stadium, or watching the live broadcast, or even donating online, you can become one part of a big team supporting UNICEF and its partners to create and protect safe spaces where children can play, learn and thrive, as I've just said. And also don't forget, they haven't done the of course, on how you can donate as of yet, but if you go onto the official website, which if you did not know already, is socceraid.org.uk. You can also visit the official website of unicef.org.uk/socceraid. They're both connected, and you can find out more information on how you can also donate when it comes to the exact event, which will be happening in a few months' time, once again from the London Stadium, where of course the Soccer Aid World 11 side will be taking on England. As it stands at the moment, it's currently 7-5 in the series, following an impressive comeback from the World 11 side that played with an incredible comeback, even though that England were the first to score from last year, because I am a big fan of this event, and I've seen it grow over the years. I've had the pleasure of also going there from back in the year of 2024, where I saw one of the most incredible games of Soccer Aid I have ever seen in the whole history of this event, where an impressive performance from England. They won 6-3 over the World 11 side, and it was 2-2 at half-time, but an impressive, dominant performance from England, with goals coming from the likes of, as it also says here, of... also a first goal for a female player from former European champion of for the Lionesses of Ellen White. Theo Bartlett changed over from the World 11 side to play for England, and also some impressive goals from the legendary players such as Joe Cole, scoring in the 7th minute, and also Jermaine Defoe and Theo Walcott. They had an impressive performance playing on and really contributing to that all-important victory for England to level the score at 7-6. But now it's currently at the moment in the series, as I've mentioned already, it is currently at the moment 8-6 in the all-time record. So And I know that since he's coming back after being a huge supporter and a proud UNICEF, of course, ambassador, Tom Hiddleston, well known for playing the role of Jonathan Pine in the incredible second series of course, of the Night Manager, and also well known for being Loki in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He is set to return as well, and loads of other stars, and not to mention even Nitro from the BBC TV series of Gladiators, or his real name being the former Team GB athlete and sprinter of Harry Aikens Uriti, is also going to be joining the World 11 side, following on from an impressive debut for the last 2 years from fellow gladiator Diamond, also known as Livy Sheldon, who I've been a big fan of, and I had the pleasure of seeing her also on the UK tour of Gladiators from the end of last year, which also there is more information about that, because it's planning to come back as of this year as well. And as of this weekend also, it is going to be the grand final of Gladiators, the third series, and I know it's going to be another exciting watch as well. And I don't know who exactly might win, but I know that the finalists that are going to be competing against the Gladiators one final time to become Gladiators champion 2026 is going to be very, very exciting. But with that being said, I think that's almost up for this edition of course, our first of 4 matches we're covering here exclusively on Jackpot Button Lewis Sport Productions. Don't forget, as I said before, we'll be back in just a few days' time, back at Wembley Stadium for the second of the 4 of the send-off series of international football friendly matches by UEFA, when we take on once again that being of the South Asian side of Japan. And then don't forget also, we've got a few other games that are also happening as of tomorrow as well. As I've just mentioned, as of tomorrow, Japan will also be playing Scotland, and also we can also find out that as of tomorrow, we also have other friendly matches where San Marino will take on the Faroe Islands, Hungary will take on Slovenia, Canada will take on Iceland, and the United States will take on Belgium. And don't forget that also from later on, as of going into the weekend on Sunday, we'll also have friendly matches of Mexico against Portugal, Lithuania will take on Georgia, Armenia will take on Belarus, Aruba will take on Liechtenstein, and Colombia will take on France after an impressive, once again, that 2-1 win over Brazil from just a few days ago. So there's still lots to look forward to, but as I said before, it's unfortunate we have to bring this show on a bit of a downer, an unfortunate and quite controversial end to the first of the international football friendlies here at Wembley Stadium. And unfortunately, due to a last-minute injury time penalty converted to Uruguay, they have managed to hold off England in quite an aggressive and thuggish way for Uruguay. But it can only get better until obviously when they play against Japan in just a few days' time. But if you have enjoyed this video, nevertheless, do give it a like and comment down below on your thoughts with, of course, of how the team have played. I know that it's going to be very, very more negative than positive, it has to be said. But moving on from that, it can only get better on from this. It could have been a lot worse, but at least it didn't exactly end with England losing tonight. It nearly did happen, but thank goodness it didn't happen. But with that being said, thanks very much for watching, and in just a few days' time, until next time, we'll see you for the next match against Japan, once again at Wembley Stadium. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in a few days' time for the next international football-friendly match in the lead-up to this upcoming summer's FIFA World Cup. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.
Final reminder, we're back here at Wembley on Tuesday night. Now, this is England's final match on home soil before the World Cup. Japan are the visitors. There are then 2 friendlies in Florida before the World Cup itself. And if you want to check on the form of some key teams ahead of the summer, France against Colombia is on Sunday evening. That's on ITVX. And Croatia, England's first opponents in Group L, take on Brazil just after midnight on Tuesday, ITV4. So England against Japan, Tuesday night. See you here, 7 o'clock. Bye for now.